Hello everyone, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You are watching the PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2020, the Wildcard Region, where we are on with the semi-final stages and just one day has been completed where we saw teams from groups A and B competing, but today we have the teams from Group A and Group C that will be going against each other to get those valuable points to qualify themselves into the next round, that is in the finals. But before that, before we start off the day, allow me to introduce you to my co-caster, co-analyst, and also my co-host. That is gonna be Shadow. So, Shadow, quite a lot of news are happening across the globe pertaining to PUBG Mobile. We did get to see the new update, Erangel 2.0. Now, all these teams have to play in that particular map. And so, before we get started, what are your expectations? How are the games gonna change?
The games are obviously going to change drastically because the teams, they are not familiar with this Erangel 2.0. They will have to work on their strategies. They have to work on how they push or charge in towards a compound, because as far as I have heard, I think there are going to be many changes in many drop locations like prison, quarry, and in fact maybe water city as well. So let's see how teams cope up with that, because they have to definitely re-strategize their drop locations and the way they have been playing the game in Erangel.
Absolutely, absolutely. Even I was watching on the sidelines the Pakistan region finals happening through, and I must say the new Erangel looks so beautiful. But now let's segue into the prize pool and see what is for the grabs for all these teams. What are they fighting for? And we do have the first position getting $2,600, the second position getting $1,600, the third position getting $1,100. 4 to 16, they get $1,100, and 17 to 32nd position just get $600.
Yes, $600. That's a huge amount of money. But with that comes one more thing, that is a slot for PMPL.
Yes.
And it's not just about money. You are competing for that slot. So let's see how the teams are going to perform. If we talk about yesterday's matches, some of the teams which I had high expectations from, like Team NPJ, they were performing really good in the group stages. They were having a little bit difficulty. So let's see how the teams of Group C are going to perform with Group A. But first, let's have a look at the point system.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about the point distribution table, it's pretty standard. We've been following this for quite some time. The first position gets 20, second gets 14, third gets 10, and so on. It reduces down to just 1 point, where teams placing 11 to 16 receive that. But the highlighted feature of this point distribution table is that for every single kill, you earn 1 point. And that has been a very instrumental factor in distinguishing how these teams kind of plays after the maps. And a lot of teams have definitely benefited from that. We have seen a team from Hell Esports not getting a chicken dinner, but still managing to keep that top spot for themselves, courtesy to all those amount of kills that they bag up in every single map. And well, today we have the players, like we mentioned, from Group A and C. So Group C will be chiming in this time around, and we have to see what they have to offer for us, because there are a lot of teams that have really stepped up after the group stages. If you talk about the teams from Group A and B, we did see Battalion 5. But now let's take a look on the groups and see which are the teams that will be participating today.
And yes, in Group A, we have team from Hell Esports, Team 8-Bit, Team NPJ, Team WatchmyGP. Team from Hell Esports undoubtedly performed really well. And at the other half of Group A, we have Nepal Esports, CenterLink Esports, Team Fear, and Team Dynamic Gaming, the team which needs to step up. And let's see if they do manage to step up in the later stages of the match. But first, let's have a look at Group B as well. We have Team Black, Team Seal Esports, Team Extra Esports, and fans' favorites, Team Hype.
Yeah, absolutely. Team Hype are definitely, kind of getting all those kills, but still struggling on the position points. However, they have kind of recovered a bit. But right now, moving on, we have Battalion 5, For You Quest, S.Cloud, and BlackTeamMongolia. If you take a look at the group that will be participating today, we have the teams from ZeusEsports, FromHeaven, Bear, Cosmonaut, and Zeus and Bear are definitely the two teams that I'm looking out for. Alongside that, we also have VelociRaptors, GoodBoys, Requiem and Savage Esport. VelociRaptor, initially we thought that this team comes with a lot of promises, but group stages weren't really a good roller coaster ride for them. They had been struggling and barely managed to qualify. But today they might look to change things around, because this is a new map, and in the new maps we did see a lot of different compounds, a lot of reworks of different models, and have been polished and are looking as good as ever. So today when we get off into the games, I really want to see the teams going towards the prison compounds. I really want them to go towards the Miltapar factory that we lately saw. So all those new areas have yet to be discovered, and let's see how the teams are going to utilize upon that.
Yes, let's see how the teams are going to utilize upon that. I think the players, if they haven't played the new Erangel, they are in for a very shock. They will be shocked to see the Milta Power or the prison area, and if there's an early fight in those areas, I think there is going to be little trouble for both the teams if they engage in an early fight, especially in Milta Power, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely. Milta Power, I just saw it. It looks so beautiful right now. It's a bigger compound, has those big warehouses that have also been reworked. But before we get on with the first map, let's take a look at the schedule for today's evening. And we do have things starting off in Erangel. Second map, we head on towards Sanhok. This time around, we do have Miramar. And we will be ending the day as usual with Erangel again. So, like we had mentioned earlier, A and C, these two groups will be going off against each other, and I am really excited, because the first map, like we talked about, is gonna be Erangel, and so many different changes have been made. So new ridges being added, new play areas. You need to re-strategize, rework how you approach this entire new map, and this has been the bread and butter map of PUBG Mobile since its inception. So we have to see how well the teams have gelled up, and now just let's not wait any longer and straight away head inside the game and see how things have panned out.
Yes, let's see. But first, let's have a look at the plane trajectory, as the plane is going all the way from shooting range towards the western side of the military base area. Milta Power, it's not easily glidable. You'll have to make use of those vehicles, especially for Lipovka and Kameshki as well. Kameshki, one of the most underrated places. You get a very good loot, but mostly teams avoid that place. But lately, I've seen some of the teams going towards Kameshki. So let's see if any of the team approaches toward that. But I'm hoping some teams to drop in towards Milta Power and Prison.
Yeah, absolutely. Provided the flight path trajectory that we have, it's going to be a difficult task to go as far as the Milta Power or Prison. But now Prison is a full-fledged compound, and we have to see how teams are gonna utilize that area. But we will still, keep things simple and see how these teams have kind of blended into this entire new map. Because, like you can see, Team Fear, they are heading on to it somewhere around Zaki. We have got a few compounds added up there, so the ridges, slight changes have been made there as well. And I want to see how these teams are going to play this one out. Team 8-bit, talking about them, well, earlier they used to go towards the northwestern Georgia Pole City, but this time around they are kind of visible around the Wildcard region. Team Hell, well, how do we forget them? They are going towards the quarry area, and I want to see how it pans out. But right now, talking about the circle, we do have a certain circle with also a very good possibility that it might just throw a curveball and go all the way up.
Yes, there is a possibility. There are possibilities. But if we talk about an early fight, I think in Georgiapol or Containers or the city area or Yasnaya, we can see some early engagements between the two squads of team number 21 and team number 24, that is team Requiem. And if we talk about the team NPJ and ZeusEsports, there's a possibility of these two squads also having an early fight in the Georgiapol area. Let's see how that turns out. If we talk about the players of team Savage, they are in a 2v2 split. Two of the players are at the ferry pier area, two of the players are opposite side of the military base bridge area. Let's see how that turns out for this team. And military base, two teams are going to be dropping in towards the military base area. One team is going to be the squad of VelociRaptors and the other is FromHeaven.
Yeah, absolutely. And Team FromHeaven, this is also another team that we must watch out for. And we do have Team From Hell and Team From Heaven, both of these teams competing. But what really breaks my heart is to see the players of Team Hell just with 3 players. And I certainly have to say that I will be missing out on White. And Well, knocks have already started off, and Water finds himself on the receiving end as he gets knocked. And Team NPJ, well, they started off really well in the group stages. They were looking really promising. In fact, getting those chicken dinners, and from there onwards, they've started kind of fizzling out. Continuous bad performances. And today is the day that they have to redeem themselves, because if they do not, if it gets too late, they might just face elimination. But talking about all the teams, they have taken their respective drops, and hopefully Water has also been revived by his teammates. But going on towards Team From Heaven, look at the new military compounds, how they've been worked out. This is the observatory radio tower that we see, and it looks a bit spacious right now, and a lot of chance in the TPP engagements. A lot of advantage will be there on the team that is holding out. So teams have to really watch out for all these new areas, new hiding spots that we have in those compounds. So I'm really excited to see what these teams have to offer today.
Yes, even I am excited and I'm just loving the graphics of the new Erangel 2.0. I think they are amazing. And if we talk about the players of Team NPJ, they are looting away in the compounds of Georgopol City. Let's see how that turns out. And Team From Hell Esports, they are going all the way towards Quarry or the Ferry Pier area. If they are going towards the Ferry Pier area, there's a problem for the players of Team Savage because they are in a 2v2 split. There is a possibility of a 2v4 fight and the players of Team Savage will be outnumbered. Let's see how Team From Hell Esports is going to approach this fight, and I can see them playing 3-man squad. This is a surprising thing because I've never seen players of Team From Hell Esports, any of the player missing out on any match, but one of their player is not playing 3-man squad they are playing. But I think this team has the capability to even have that 3-man squad and still perform really good, because one of their player, Godless, is still playing, one of the strongest player.
Yeah, absolutely. Godless is playing. He's a whole squad himself. But then again, you have to have your all four players playing, because you never know how the circumstances are going to be. And right off the bat, team From Hell did their initial loot, instantly went in for the southern rotation, and we can see a lot of teams that are going to follow them. And we have Team Savage also in the nearby fray, and following them right behind is Team 8-bit. But what we do see in front of our screens right now is the players of Team From Heaven, Inky, in a bit of a pickle, as the players from Team VelociRaptors are gonna charge in any single moment. They are searching for that one good knock, and when they do get that, they are going all in. And Munke, he's already here for the flank, and he's just trying to, provide that very crucial cover fire for his teammates. But now, as things are, Inky is just trying to spot out the different members over there. And Team From Heaven, they are certainly outplaying the players of Team VelociRaptors with all those rotations coming in from every single direction. Charl, in fact, taking that high hail compound. So that is definitely going to help Team From Heaven as well.
Yes, that is definitely going to help because their formation, like you just said, is I think they are covering all the angles. Jal will be having an upper ground, height advantage. He can easily spot out the rotations of the players of VelociRaptors and give out those perfect calls, which are going to help the remaining three players of this squad. Let's see how this fight turns out. If we talk about Godang, I think he's looking decent. He is a little short on the healings. He has got just the bandages, and Beyonder with that AKM, I think he has already spotted out Heaven Jal, who has dealt some of the damage. He need to heal up. If Jal has been spotted out and you are flanking, you have to be very careful, because if you get spotted out, there is very low chances of getting that crucial revival. So Jal has to be very careful if the players of VelociRaptors have spotted him out. But one of the players of VelociRaptors, I think he is C47, is going to be in a bit of trouble. He has to be careful because Myunke is just taking that TPP behind that wall, that fence area, and if Myunke spots him out and C47 comes out and open, I think he can easily take him down. And Inky has also got a perfect angle to take shots on C47.
Yeah, absolutely. And Inky did pepper down a few bullets, but those were in vain, as nothing really connected. But Munke, I'm really anticipating a move coming in from him, and I'm just waiting for the moment for some kind of movements out there, some kind of knocks. And because Jal, now that his spot has been revealed, it would be really good if he kind of changes it around, because if you're staying at that same position and someone or the other kind of finds you out over there, they will be going in for the knock, and after you are knocked, you will be everything but helpless. But right now, Inky did manage to spot out Beyonder, did pepper down a few bullets, and he did take damage. He went down to 60% HP, but right now it's still a stalemate. We are still searching for that one single particular knock. And in this new update, sensitivities of the scopes have been changed, and a lot of things have been reworked. So the sprays that we were giving earlier, all the players were delivering those 6 times sprays, the 4 times sprays. They might have a bit of a trouble over there. But there you go. Hey MF, opening things up for team VelociRaptors with that first knock. And now Heaven. Now they have to focus on getting a revive on that player, and also making sure that they position themselves enough in a good position so that they can carry on with the fight. But now, since Inky has been taken down in an open spot, it's going to be really, really difficult for to go in for that revive.
Yes, he has been knocked out in the open area on the rooftop of the main central C building. Let's see how Spooky manages to give him revive. Smokes have been popped in. Smokes are there. But Spooky, he has to be very careful, because not just one, I think 3 players might be taking in shots towards him. And Spooky somehow manages to go towards their area. But C47 has a perfect position. He tried to throw that grenade, but not much damage has been given. But Jal, on the other hand, is trying to play a crucial role of the flanker. And the players of Team VelociRaptors tries to come out in the open area. I think Jal will manage to take them now, at least give some damage. But Spooky is here, and he has managed to give a revive to Inky, and all the players of Team FromHeaven are again back in the action. But look at this, players of Team From Savage are engaging in a fight with the players of Team 8-Bit, and Savage was in a 2v2 splits, but they have reunited, so it's an even fight. It's a 4v4 even fight, but 2 of the players are still on the flank. Let's see how this turns out for the players of Team Savage.
And really, he had actually spotted out Sibo, but that was some good trigger discipline that he did not actually go in for the fight. But there you see Munke taking down C47 now with his barrel, and instantly will finish him off. Even Inky will be finding the better of Beyonder and has managed to knock him down. And VelociRaptors with that are already down to 3 men, and one of them has already been knocked out. So the revivals are going to be very, very crucial here. But coming to the fight that we have in hand, Team Savage versus Team 8-Bit. Sibo, he wants to make that rotation in, but he got sprayed down by Relly and will get taken down. And now Dawes will be capitalizing on the situation, will manage to finish him off, as the remaining members of Team 8-Bit are going to escape. And well, they've gone into safety, but this was a huge loss for them, because right off the game, right in the start, losing out on one of the players, that's bad news. And Godang will definitely find out Charl over here. Beyonder managing to finish him off, and will go in for the revive on towards his teammate. But there you can see the players of Team FromHeaven have already closed in, and Munke will be finding the bearer of Beyonder, and he also goes down as well. The last surviving member of VelociRaptors, that is Godang. But how long is he going to survive? That is the golden question. And Inky, I believe, has heard the footsteps. He knows that Godang is inside his compound. And now, after all those knocks and all those revivals coming in, the players from Team FromHeaven are charging in to find the better of the last player, and will want to make him go back to lobby.
Yes, they will definitely try to make him go back to the lobby, eliminate the whole squad. But on the other hand, Zeus IC does manage to take down NPJ Suspicion. NPJ Water has already been knocked out, and NPJ, I think, is in a bit of trouble, as Vex has already been knocked out. Water will be finished off by WMG Casper, and 8-Bit Akshat managed to confirm the kill of NPJ Vex and take that kill in the favor of his team. And Godang was trying to retreat. He was trying to fall back, but he got eliminated by the players of Team Heaven, and Team VelociRaptors has just got eliminated at the it's the first squad to get eliminated. But on the other hand, GoodBoy was engaging in a fight with the players of Team Cosmonaut, and they did manage to get 2 kills in their favor. They are looking good, but they have to be very careful, because there are 2 squads in close vicinity. One is Team Cosmonaut and another is Team Fear, and NPJ just got eliminated. There were so many squads at the bridge area. They couldn't defend that area, and because of which they got eliminated. Team 8-Bit was engaging in a fight. Team MG was also taking shots on them, so they got third-partied and got an early exit from this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And WatchmyGP, well, they are in a bit of a situation. They are also playing with just those 3 players. But look at this compound. A lot of things have been worked out, and now all these places seem a lot more spacious. You can avoid those grenades coming in if you're in good position. If you've got good covers, you can also take good fights out from here. But Team GoodBoys, well, talking about them, they've got 2 kills. They're looking promising. Team NPJ, they have been wiped out as well, like we just saw a couple of seconds earlier. But taking a look at the circle, it's still confusing as to where it exactly wants to head out. It can go down south, but there is a slight possibility that it can go all the way up to the northern areas.
Yes, there is a slight possibility, and that northern area Team CenterLink Esports player are still holding on to. Team Good Boys, there's a possibility of them engaging in early fight because the teams are rotating from the farm area. Another team that is going to be WatchmyGP. There is a chance of these two teams also being engaging in long range fight. But if we talk about the bridge area is pretty clear. There are two squads, Team 8-Bit and Team Zeus. Let's see how that turns out. And if we talk about the players of Team Good Boys, they are little spread out. They are making use of 2-3 vehicles. And what is this happening? 8-Bit Omega in a 1v2 situation with the player of Team Zeus. He managed to take down Zeus, but he will be getting finished off by the another player. And 8-Bit is a bit of trouble because they are down to 2 men.
Absolutely. Now, Team 8-Bit, they are in a whole world of trouble. And not just to 2 men, I believe they've been down to just that last surviving. Okay, so yeah, it's 2 men, and still, it's a bad situation to be in. And Ego has managed to find out Casper over there in the nearby fray. Wiz is too low over there. And Zata, well, he was trying to peek out, but Scourge will be the one not taking him down. And Zero from Good Boys are trying to take a lot of damage onto its Ego, but he does certainly fail over there. Wiz, in a good position, has the cover of his vehicle, will be charging in because he knows that Team Good Boys are in a whole world of trouble. And Zero, he cannot do much over there. He just has to run for his life. All his teammates are already knocked out. Casper will bite the dust. He will find his way to the lobby. With that, the push comes in, and Scourge, he will not want to stop. Has the Uzi on his hands, and all of them are going in together. And there you go, the confirmation coming in, and Team Goodbyes, Good Boys will be taking their goodbyes.
Yes, Good Boys have been eliminated. And Team Dynamic Gaming, if we talk about this team, they have been struggling in the group stages and yesterday's matches as well. If we talk about, they were struggling, but this kill, I think this is going to boost their confidence a little bit, and let's see how they perform in today's match. If they keep up this momentum, I think they are pretty good to go. They have managed to get 4 kills in their favor, and they pretty much managed to get position points in their favor. And if we talk about Team CenterLink Esports, they are engaging in a fight with the plus of Team 4 Fear, but Requiem players are taking that waterways, and they are in a hell lot of a trouble. But what is happening? 8-Bit is in a bit of trouble. Octus has been knocked out by Zeus. I see there is going to be the last solo player, Akshat, remaining from Team 8-Bit. Let's see if he manages to give revive, or he's going to go or retreat from this fight and go for those position points. We'll have to see that. For now, he's holding on to his position on the bridge area, trying not to get spotted by the players of Team Zeus. And Team Zeus players are getting third party by the players of Team Savage, but Ronin managed to take down one of the player from Team Savage. Let's see how this fight turns out. This could be a blessing in disguise for the solo player of 8-Bit, Akshat.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe. And we never know because he is in such a bad spot. Can be taken down any single moment. Now this shift is real. The circle has come all the way to the southern side, and Team Requiem, Team Nepal Esports, and Team WatchmyGP, they are in very good positions. And along with them are the players of Team FromHeaven. They've got a good high ground, high hill ridges that they can play around. Team From Hell will be joining them any single moment, but Akshat, he's still hiding. He knows that after 10 seconds he has to make a move, and Cobra in between everybody. He is a snake over there, waiting to just put his venomous fangs inside someone's body and inside someone's flesh, in fact. But right now, the members of Team Zeus are in a bit of an open situation. Akshat might just spot them down, and well, if he is very good on his sprays, might get a few knocks out here. But Godless, oh my god, first he lets the players of Zeus go in, and now he will be spraying onto it. Let's see if he can manage to find someone over there, but no is the answer. And Casper will be in the receiving end, and Cobra does bite over there and will get those knocks, and those knocks are going to be very essential for this particular squad. Meanwhile, the other teammates of Requiem are trying to make their way inside the circle, but Ambition will also be a victim to the play zone as well, and Legend goes down.
Yes, Legend does goes down and Team Zeus, all the 4 players are still surviving, but there comes a knock. Hell Sanchim managed to take down Zeol with that SLR. Heaven Inky had been knocked out by Zeus running through that grenade. Another grenade coming in from IC, and players from Team Heaven have to be very careful. Spooky did got spotted, and the player from Team Zeus did manage to give some damage to him, but he got counter knocked. Inky, let's see, a revival should be coming in anytime. Heveljan has already been eliminated. On the other hand, the players of Team Fear are knocking down the players of Team CenterLink Esports and Requiem players. Let's see how this turns out, because the players of CenterLink Esports are coming through the waterways, and Cobra has already spotted out those players, and they are pretty much handicapped. They can't do anything. These are almost a free kills for Cobra if he does manage to spot them out, and he has already managed to spot them out. Let's see if Team CenterLink Esports will be giving away their kill, as well as the players of Team Fear. 2 squads in the water area. I think Team Requiem is pretty good if they manage to get these kills in their favor.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, we also saw the players of Team 8-Bit taking an exit over there. The last player also eliminated. Now, Team 8-Bit off to a bad, shaky start. But like you mentioned, Team Requiem has just not spotted out 1 squad, but just 2 over there. And the members of CenterLink and Team Fear are in a lot of trouble right now. The players from Team Requiem have managed to keep themselves alive, courtesy to those smokes coming in at the right moment. But there you can see, Cobra just peppering down bullets after bullets, and will find Gangsy instantly finished off, because inside the water, once you get knocked, you are basically done. So Ululu has also been spotted as well. But right now, Team Requiem, they are not gonna lose their hold of this entire shorelines. They are definitely gonna get all the kills that they can secure for themselves. And there you go. The curveball has been thrown in, and a lot of teams find themselves inside the circle. A lot of teams have to also rotate. Team from Hell have managed to rotate in earlier, but for how long, that is the question, because right behind them is Team Zeus. But you can see Sancher taking down the players of Team Savage team, and find themselves knocked over there. Nikesh does get a knock onto his Marvel from Team Bear, and well, you can see Wiz, he has spotted down the players, remainder players of Team Bear. We're just waiting for him to get those kills and confirmations as well. Dominga, he's also off to a good start as well. But right now, the members of Team Dynamic GG, they are going to push out onto its Mosket, and well, they will find him, they will end him, and with that, down goes Team Bear.
Yes, Team Bear just got eliminated, and Team Fear is also in a bit of trouble, because Team Requiem players have already spotted them now. And what just happened? Hey, Godless just got knocked out. Let's see if a revival should be coming in any minute, because the players of Team Esport, Team From Heaven, are in a very close vicinity with them. And on the other hand, Dynamic Gaming Wiz was trying to give some damage to the players, and Team Hell, I don't want this team to get eliminated that early, but Team From Heaven is also very promising. Hell Sanchim managed to take down one of the players, but he will be taken down by the players of Team From Heaven. And Hell Sports just got eliminated at the 10th position, and Team From Heaven, they are also a very promising team. We have seen them dominate many a times in the group stages as well. On the other hand, Cobra is still snaking around, trying to spot out the players. He has managed to spot out many of the players. Let's see how he's going to take them down, especially the players of Team Fear. Courtesy to that smoke, I think they will get spotted out pretty easily, but the team that Cobra is going to spot out maybe could be Nepal Esports. Heaven Spooky is trying to give some damage. Cobra does manage to take down Evil Lord from Team Fear, and Team Fear just got eliminated at the 9th position. Cobra was on a total domination. Team Heaven has a good hold of this compound area, and I think they are looking pretty good. They have lost one of their players, Jal, in the initial stages of the match, but still they are looking very promising. Spooky with that grenade was trying to give some damage to the players of Team Zeus, but not much damage has been given. Another grenade is coming in from Spooky, and this grenade did give some damage to the players of Team Zeus. They are pinned down besides the shack area. They have to be very careful of these grenades, otherwise there's a chance the whole squad can get eliminated, and Spooky is not stopping. Another grenade is coming in, but no knock has been confirmed from the players of Team Zeus.
Yeah, absolutely. Team Zeus, this is a squad that we have to look out for with the way they've been playing. And talking about Team From Hell, I told you the 3-man is definitely gonna hurt them. And had they had all their 4 players, they might have got a different approach to that entire fight. But they did realize their mistakes. They do have a good lead. They've got nothing much to worry about at this point. But if they keep on throwing games like this, they might face some trouble over there. But I see he being knocked will be try to get a revive by his teammates, but no, constant pressure from both the sides, and this might be one grenade that could have been deadly had it just exploded right when it dropped. Could have delivered some good results, but no, the following grenade will end things around. And Spooky, with the way he threw that in one good grenade, 3 players just got taken down, wiped away. Akash, he's using the AWM and got a few knocks over there. And Team From Heaven, oh my goodness, they are looking so promising out there. They've already got 9 kills and losing out on 1 player. With the way they are playing, does not really even make it feel like that. They make it look so easy. And now Inky will be charging in with his car, getting shot from different directions. Singhi will be the one taking him down. With that, Team Heaven, they have to get in revive on their fallen comrade.
Yes, they will have to go in for that revival, but Team WMG is looking very promising as they have gotten a good hold of the position in the zone area, and Sinji does manage to take down Myunke as well from Team Heaven. Let's see how this turns out, because Spooky is going to be the last man surviving. He has to go towards the zone, but the team that is gatekeeping is the WatchmyGP, and Spooky did manage to spot out the players of Team Savage. He has to be very careful. He can't take shots right now because there won't be just one squad who would have spotted him. There will be 2 squads, and then it is going to be very challenging for him to enter into the safe zone. But Sweta from Team WatchmyGP is trying to give some damage to the players of Dynamic Gaming, and he managed to take down one of the player also, and Nepal Esports, Akash and Flicker Toxic will just get knocked out, but he did manage to finish off CenterLink Esports. But Savage really managed to finish off CenterLink Esports. Beast and CenterLink Esports did got eliminated, and WatchmyGP is looking pretty good. They have got a hold of a compound area, and they have spotted all the players of Team Dynamic Gaming, and Savage Spooky is going in for those knocks. Let's see if he does manage to get 1 or 2 knocks in his favor, but he has to be very careful, because if Team Savage also spots him out, he is pretty much gone, because he has to enter into the zone. Although he has a vehicle, but there will be 2 squads who will be spraying towards him.
Yeah, they certainly will be 2 squads. But right now, WatchmyGP, Shweta, well, they have a good compound for them, but if the opponent team makes a right push, they might be in trouble. And From Heaven, they've been eliminated from the game. That's surprising. And Team WMG, they've been playing good. They've got 5 kills. They've got nothing to worry about. They are sitting in the epicenter of this particular circle, as we are just down to our last 3 teams. And well, WatchmyGP, they have to do something. They have to hold on. And if the push comes in from both the sides at the same time, they are gonna face a lot of trouble out there. But well, the players from Team Dynamic Gaming, and they've been doing good. They've been doing good, because making it into the top 3, and despite the fact that they had a few shaky performances today around, this is a good start for this team. So I would just hope that they somehow manage to carry forward this momentum. But Team Savage, they have also played very well. They've got 4 kills. They've got all their players alive. So Team Savage definitely would be wanting to seal the deal this time around.
Yes, they definitely would be wanting to seal the deal, but Team Dynamic Gaming, like you said, they are also in a good spot. Let's see if they does manage to enter into the safe zone, then I think they are in a good spot. But if right now the Team WatchmyGP is looking pretty good, because they have spotted out the players of Team Dynamic Gaming, and it is going to be very challenging for them to enter into the zone. And WatchmyGP is confirming those kills if the players of Dynamic Gaming are going to come out in the open, because they don't have a vehicle. The vehicle have already been blasted out. But if Team Savage, and there comes the push, the player of Dynamic Gaming is trying to charge in towards the compound of WatchmyGP, does manage to take down Sinji. There's going to be the last man remaining, Sweta from WatchmyGP, and let's see if Sweta manages to take down the player. But there comes the backup as well, and Team Dynamic Gaming, one of their player is down by Sweta, and let's see Sweta for how long he can hold. And no, he won't be holding on for much longer, because WatchmyGP just got eliminated by the players of Dynamic Gaming.
Yeah, absolutely. Those were some blunders by the players of WatchmyGP in the last nick of time. Shweta was really trying to get into the other room to try to heal up, but was blocked by his own teammate, and that really caused his demise over there. But now Team Savage, like the Savages they will certainly be looking forward to gain the momentum from this fight. Two players were knocked out, but oh my goodness, Savage also being on the receiving end. It all comes down to this one player, but can he clutch out? Yes, he does. And Team Savage take the winner chicken dinner in the first game of Erangel from today's evening.
Yes, they does certainly manage to get winner chicken dinner, and the two teams which were struggling, Team Dynamic Gaming and Team Savage,
Yeah.
they are stepping up. It's something I'm happy to see, especially from these two squads, because they were struggling and now they are stepping up, and it is showing that the competition is gonna get tougher because the teams who were at the bottom, they are also grinding and they are also going to perform really well.
Yeah, absolutely. With the way Team Savage got the chicken dinner, but right now, taking a look at the MVP, this time around it's gonna be Ego, and it was a long battle that he had to fight to get his name over here, and finally he's managed to do that. 785 damage, 5 kills, 24 minutes of survival time, almost 10 kilometers of distance covered. But you know, for me, the MVP again will have to also be Ego and the Circle, because with the way the Circle has been taking those shifts all the way down to the southern area, a lot of the teams are being taken out very early while they were trying to rotate. A lot of drop clashes that we got to see. We got to see the members of Team VelociRaptors taken off right at the start by the players from Heaven over there with the aggression that they showed. And now I think VelociRaptors has to re-strategize. The next time they come off playing in Erangel, they have to drop somewhere else, or else they might just you know, be in a bit of a pickle over there, because it's always 50-50. It always comes down to which team has the better position, which team has the better scopes, those better guns. And this time around, Team From Heaven, they had split well apart from each other. They had those good angles, and they did capitalize and did win that particular fight. But right now, let's take a look at the top 5 players, the ones that are going to be joining Ego. Let's see who they are.
And it has to be Heaven Spooky with a total of 4 kills, and damage dealt is going to be 799, and another player following him is going to be Senji from WatchmyGP with 4 kills and 469 damage and 1 headshot. Following him is going to be the player from Team Savage, Relly, with 4 kills, 213 damage, 1 headshot. And then we have the player from Team Heaven, Myunke, with 3 kills and 684 damage.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, all these players, Team From Heaven has been phenomenal. And how can we forget that one grenade wiping down the entire squad of ZeusEsports? That was also an amazing play. You know, the grenade being lobbed into perfection, a straight 9 points right out of the bat. But, you know, if you talk about how the circle shifted, so there were teams that did hold on to the center of it, and that was WMG. And they did try to hold on for too long over there, but pushes coming in from both the sides, that really caused the demise over there. But now let's take a look at the match summary and see how things did fare out in terms of numbers in Erangel. And there you can see smokes and grenades, mere 113, that's way too less compared to how things have happened and how things should have been in this time, this map around. Total headshots just 9, total knocks 58, out of which 55 were confirmed, so that's a good conversion ratio. But talking about grenade kills, we just have that one grenade kill I can see, but 3 airdrops were looted this time around.
Yes, 3 drops looted, and I think it's pretty average compared to the new map. It's a new map. Players are not that much familiar with this map, so I think it was good, and I'm impressed by the players of Team Dynamic Gaming and Team Savage. I have to say that I was waiting for them to step up, and finally they did manage. They were good with the positioning points. They could easily get the position points. They were struggling with the kill points, but in this match, I think they managed to get those kill points in their favor.
Yeah, absolutely. The kill points were really crucial, and they certainly did get that. But right now, let's take a look at the map standings and see how things fed out for all these teams in terms of their position and their points. And we have Savage Esport taking the chicken dinner, 7 kills for them, 27 points from this match. And Dynamic Gaming, well, 9 kills. I have to commend them as well for their performance, 23 points out of this game. From Heaven, they've also got 9 kills. They are also looking really good. WatchmyGP with just 5 kills got 15 points, and I'm happy with that kind of performance. You know, you have a decent position point. You've got some 4-5 kills for yourself. You're good to go. So they are certainly looking to carry forward this momentum. And talk about all the teams. They've all stepped up. You know, everyone finding a few kills for each other in the first half. But when we take a look down to the second half of the table, that's where all these teams that are in trouble will be showing up. And a lot of surprises here, you know, starting off with NPJ. Then we do also have VelociRaptor, from Hell Esports being the biggest ones to surprise me. And Team 8-Bit, their woes really do continue alongside Team Beer. So all the teams that we are used to see them on the first half, this time around have had a shabby start. But still, this is just at one match. Maybe they can look to change things things around in the next forthcoming games.
Yes, we can certainly expect that. But Team from Hell Esports, if we talk about yesterday's matches, in the last two matches, in those last two matches also they had an early exit. I
Yeah.
think something is happening with Team from Hell Esports. Call it Caster's curse. We have praised them way too much that they are cursed because of us. Maybe possibility.
No shadow, no. No matter how much you praise those lads, they always are on all their four cylinders. They just put everything in, and in the next matches, I'm sure they're gonna shine up. But right now, let's take a look at the leaderboard and see how things have changed after this particular map.
Yes, Team from Hell Esports, nobody is taking away their top spot. They are at the top with 75 points. Team Nepal Esports did step up, is at the second position with total of 62 points. Black Team is at the third position. WatchmyGP has stepped up at the fourth position. And Team Dynamic Gaming, look at them. They used to be in the second half of the list. Now they have managed to come in the top 8. And the team which is in a little bit of trouble is Team CenterLink Esports, which has stepped down at 16th position. Team Fear is trying to step up, and Team Savage Esports is at the 14th position with a total of 27 points.
And the best part is that they've just played that one game, and they've managed to cross over a few teams out there. But yes, BlackTeamMongolia, they are also in a very, very bad position. They have to step up alongside NPJ. Now 5 games played, just those 9 points. And Requiem, having just played one of their games, did manage to get themselves 10 points. So all these teams that are starting off, in fact the team from Group C, they will be looking forward to have a good start at today's games, and will be looking forward to get those crucial points for themselves, because the matches are very limited, and they have to play well in every single game. But with that, we will be heading out for a short little break, and on the other side we will have the action coming in from Sanhok for you guys. welcome everybody. You are watching the PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2020 Wildcard Region, where we are going on with our matches from the semi-finals, and we've seen teams from Group A and Group C going against each other. In the first game of Erangel, we had the players of Team Savage get that winner chicken dinner in good fashion. But now we will be heading on towards the rainforest of Sanhok and see whether they can capitalize on the momentum or not. Now, let's not wait any longer and just head on to the map and see how it fares out for all these teams.
Yes, definitely. Let's have a look at the plane trajectory. It is going all the way from Shami towards Camp Bravo. I think it's an even Sanhok, it doesn't matter which is you're going to be. The flight path you can easily drop in towards your drop location. And I know some of the teams like dropping in towards Sami, but I don't see any of the team going in over there. So let's see. There might be a possibility of a change in drop locations. Team 8-bit likes to go towards the rinse area, and I can already see them gliding over there. And the players of Team FromHeaven Esports, either they are going to be going towards or Camp Charlie, we'll have to see that. And Team From Hell Esports, like as always, is going towards Paradise Resort.
Yes, towards Paradise, and this time around they do have White alongside them, so might really go out in their favor. But boot camp area, I'm surprised it's empty, it's vacant. None of the teams did go out for it, and this is kind of a generic circle. We have seen this on different occasions, and a lot of teams, but lately this is with a catch, all right. So initially, when we see this, we expect the circle to be going all the way to the west towards those hills. But lately, since past couple of days, I've been witnessing the circle taking those curveballs around. And once on one occasion, it went towards Hatin. On one occasion, came all the way down the hill. So now teams really have to think and re-strategize. But Topson will be finding water over here, and Team NPJ off to again a very bad start, getting one of their players already finished off, and Topson just spraying down and hammering out all those bullets onto their opponents. And well, this is a team that we know is synonymous with aggression. They thrive under pressure and chaos. So let's see how Topson and his band of brothers manage to eliminate the players of Team NPJ, or whether it might just change the tables, and Team NPJ might get the better of it. But by the looks of it, White gets another knock onto the stand, and Team NPJ, now they're just down to 2 players, and let's see what they are up to.
Yes, let's see what they are up to. Team NPJ is not looking good. They are down to 2 men. Godless, on the other hand, is holding out that rooftop. He has got a pretty good angle, and I think he will try to take down one of the players from Team NPJ, and he does manage to take him down. Team NPJ, you are in a hell lot of trouble. The last solo player is remaining, Wax, from that teammate, and he might want to run away from the Paradise Resort, go towards safer path, and camp or hold on to his position to gain as much position points as much possible. But Team From Hell Esports is not letting him go that easily, and Wax is trying to give some damage to the players of From Hell Esports, but who will get easily eliminated by Hell Sanchar. Team From Hell Esports is having a good start, but Team NPJ, something is happening with this team. Consistently from yesterday, they have been getting eliminated during the early stages of the match. And if we talk about another team which might face an initial early fight, is going to be the players of Team Number 19, that is our Team From Heaven, along with the players of Team Dynamic Gaming. Let's see what happens. They are towards at the southern side at Camp Charlie. And if we talk about CenterLink Esports, they are a little spread out, looting away the smaller compounds toward the northwestern island, towards Camp Bravo or Hatin area. Let's see, there's a possibility if they go towards Camp Bravo, the team that would be waiting for them is going to be the Team Requiem.
Yeah, absolutely. But now if we come down to the fight at hand, we have the players of Dynamic GG in a bit of a pickle over there, because they are being surrounded by the players of Team From Heaven. And Camp Charlie is definitely gonna be a red soon. A lot of bodies are gonna fall over here, and Wiz did manage to spot down Chal over there. Did try to pepper down a few bullets, but he was on the receiving end. We'll have to apply those bandages really fast. And well, members of Team From Heaven, they are making such quick rotations, and Jal really trying to make those jumps and trying to spot away his opponent over here. But okay, so the grenades are being lobbed out. He will be getting some grenade damage for himself. But now there you can see Char coming out in the open, and Scourge will definitely punish him for overstepping over there. And Scourge gets knocked down by Inky. Perfect cover for his teammate, and Spooky will also join the party. And Team from Heaven again to a very good start, and Ego being the last member surviving for his team, and will get taken down. With that, Team from Heaven did wipe out one squad, will manage to revive all their players, and they will be heading out inside the circle.
Yes, they will definitely be heading out inside the circle. On the other hand, team players of Team Requiem are also engaging in a fight with the players of Team CenterLink Esports. They have managed to get one. CenterLink Esports just managed to get one kill in their favor by eliminating one of the player of Team Requiem, which are now down to 3 men. Let's see if this fight is going to continue or Team Requiem players will disengage from this fight. For now, Team CenterLink Esports would like to have a hold of this hill area or the compound area. We'll have to see that. But another team that can get in an early fight is going to be the players of Team GoodBoys and Team Beer, who are right at the ridge area of the ruins side. Let's see if that happens. On the other hand, CenterLink Esports is trying to loot away that one crate, and they are pretty good with the loot. If I talk about it, Smoko has got a Thompson level 2 gears, 1 first aid. If he gets his hands on an M416 or any AR, I think he's pretty much good to go. Team Beer are holding on to their position. They are trying. If one of the players could get in an open area, and that did happen. One of the players, Strats from Team GoodBoys, came in the open area and Marvel knocked him down instantly. Team GoodBoys are now down to 3 players, and Team Beer players are getting knocked out, and GoodBoy is now down to 3 players. One of the player, Casper, also got knocked out, and Team GoodBoys, they have to step up because they are down to 2 men. Let's see how this fight turns out, and this grenade could have done a lot of damage to the players of Team Beer, but it didn't connect. Riku is still trying to hold on to their compound. There's a possibility Team GoodBoys might want to disengage from this fight, retreat from this fight, because they are at a disadvantage. They have got the numbers disadvantage, and Team Beer, all the 4 players are charging in towards the players of Team GoodBoys. They are going to go for those 2 kills, and they did manage to knock one of the player, Riku, from the Team GoodBoys. There's a last guy remaining from Team GoodBoys, and Ambition is going to go for that one more kill, because every kill point matters, and Team GoodBoys player is in a hell lot of a trouble. Let's see if Ambition manages to take him down as well with that vector, and I think he will eliminate him, and Team GoodBoys just got eliminated at the 13th position.
Yeah, back-to-back outing, bad outing from the players of Team GoodBoys, and being picked off this time by the players of Team Bear. And well, they are off to a good start right now with the way that fight emerged and erupted. Well, the players of Team GoodBoys were sure not prepared for that quick early elimination again. And now in Sanhok, we'll have to wait and watch as to where the second circle goes on to it. And we have kind of our expectations that this is going to go towards Western Island, but which will be that exact spot it will be ending? That's a big question over here. But the players of Team VelociRaptors have finally taken control over bootcamp. They did realize that nobody is there in that area, and they can utilize that in their favor. The players of WMG, they are in a very good position. You know, either ways, whichever direction the circle heads out, they can make those quick rotations in. And the players of Team Bear, they will also be making a movement pretty soon. And Team 8-bit, well, this time around with all their 4 players, they're still alive, still kicking off with things at the ruins area. But we can see a few teams trying to take those high ground areas in the western side. That is Team CenterLink Esports. We have seen them doing this timeless on different occasions, in fact, because last time I saw it was a pretty similar circle, and CenterLink Esports did survive a long way. But all the teams are now making their rotations in, and we can see the players of Cosmonauts entering from outside the circle inside the zone, and they might just be in a good position to backstab the players of Team Fear.
Yes, they can definitely backstab the players of Team Fear, and Team Fear will be in a hell lot of trouble if Team From Heaven also joins the party. Then there will be a sandwich situation for Team Fear. Let's see how things turns out. Team Cosmonaut might even go towards the quarry area. On the other hand, Team Beer, they are having a good start. They have managed to get 4 kills in their favor, eliminated the squad of Team GoodBoys. They are going to pretty much hold on to their compound, but they have to be very careful of the squad rotating towards them, the squad of Team Zeus. Team Zeus, we know they are a very strong team. We have seen them dominate many number of times, and Team Beer, this is also a pretty good team. They have been consistent. They had their ups and downs, but now they are in a pretty good spot. Let's see if these 2 teams also try to engage in a fight and how that turns out.
Yeah, we certainly have to see how this is gonna favor. But right now, the players of Team Zeus, okay, they were in a good position. They were prone in. Now they have revealed it. Abeliamo has to enter inside his compound very soon, and yes, he is successful in doing that. Now Team Beer, they've got a simple task ahead. You know, spot anyone down, just take them down and go ahead with life. But right now, by their movements, you know, they have positioned their players in good directions. They are keeping watch every single way that they can possibly do right now. And Marvel has that M24, and if that connects, the players of Team Zeus might be in a lot of trouble. And we just have to see as to how Team Zeus is now going to play their cards. Are they going to take this battle, or are they just going to, pass by? And if they decide to pass by, they will have to face the players of Team 8-bit. So either ways, they have to engage in a fight. But by the looks of the circle, it's gone a bit down south. And there we have the second airdrop of the game coming in, MK14, with a suppressor and a level 3 helmet and vest, along with 60 ammo of this particular weapon.
Yeah, 60 ammo of this particular weapon, MK14, a beast in the close range, and Nikesh is going for this MK14. We saw Nepal Esports dominate in yesterday's matches, and if they keep up this momentum in this match also, they've got the weapon. They have got a good weapon. They can take down the whole squad with that MK14. Let's see if they do manage to do that. On the other hand, the players of Team Beer are still holding on to their compounds. I think they are going to hold on to their position until the zone forces them, or they spot any squad nearby. I think Marvel has some hint that there is a possibility of a squad rotating him towards them, and Marvel with that M24 will try to take that knock, but he is having a bolt action in Sanhok, which is pretty surprising, but bolt action lovers do that. On the other hand, the players of Team Requiem and Team 8-bit, they are in a very close vicinity. There is a chance of them having an early fight, but the one of the player of Team Requiem, Ace, is way too much spread out from his teammates. Let's see how that turns out, because in Sanhok you can't afford to be spread out. You have to be with your teammates, provide backup, because you will get third partied. And Team Zeus, I think Zol can do the third party on the players of Team Requiem, because Ace, who is pretty much spread out from his teammates, I think the players of Team Zeus, Zol especially, I can easily spot him out. And Team 8-bit, Ace is in a very tricky situation. He has to be very careful, not make any noise, and try not to get spotted, because there will be two squads spotting him. And yes, the players of Team 8-bit did manage to spot him and eliminate him. Now Team Requiem is down to 2 players.
Yeah, and last time around, we did see Cobra, who was in the middle of nowhere. He did take down a few couple of players, but eventually got finished off, and the rest of them were revived. So this time around, Team Requiem, they are in a bad position already. Two of their players down, Cobra and Amit Sama. These two players are just alive. But with the way the circle has taken the shift, you know, Team Zeus, they're going to be a happy bunch of people over here. Team Bear, they are also in a good position. Meanwhile, Team VelociRaptor still haven't moved from their place. But the players from Team From Hell, now they have started moving in. And we'll have to see if whether they decide to engage in boot camp first, or they just decide to move on and get a good position inside the circle and then fight further on. But right now, the players of Team Zeus, they are aware of a certain team just beside them. They are playing everything very safe. They are not overextending, which is really good, which is something I really like. And Team Zeus, they have been consistent throughout the group stages. And today also, I expect nothing less from this squad. What happened in the last game was kind of a bit unfortunate for this team in the situation that they were in, kind of getting naded and finished off in just that one single grenade. So this time around, they will be looking to change things. But how, that is definitely going to be the question over here.
Yes, how that is going to be the question. For now, they already know that in that compound area is a squad, the squad of Team Beer and Zeus IC, using that M416 and 6 times scope to give some damage to the players of Team Beer. He has to be careful, because the players of Team Zeus are in the open area. On the other hand, the players of Team Beer have the advantage of that compound. They are in the cover. Let's see. On the other hand, Zoil is also trying to give some damage to the players of Team Beer, who are in a 2v2 split. But this team has to be very careful of the squad Team 8-bit, because there is a chance that 8-bit can backstab the players of Team Zeus, who are way too spread out. They have good angles when it comes to the fight between Team Zeus and Team Beer, but if Team 8-bit tries to do the third party, then Team Zeus will be in a back foot situation. On the other hand, let's have a look at the airdrop. We have got our third airdrop, and it has got AUG 5.56 ammo, 4 times scope, and level 3 gears. Let's see if any of the team goes for that. AUG and IC has taken a lot of damage. He need to heal up really fast. Although there is a Shag right beside him, he is still healing up in the open area, which is a pretty risky situation, especially when another squad 8-bit is so close to you. On the other hand, the plus of Team Zeus, I think they haven't spotted out the plus of Team 8-bit.
Yeah, I think that might just be the case over there. But Team Zeus, you just can't push on them blindly. You need to have some information. Zeol does have that security outpost for his advantage, and now we'll have to see how he, takes his shots. If he reveals his position, he might just get third-partied because staying in the center right from the start is a bit troublesome because a lot of teams have their eyes on that particular spot on where you are, but that's where you have to play very carefully. Team 8-bit will have retreated from the bridge and have taken cover in ruins right now. They have also covered all the different directions that they can possibly do at this time, and they are in a good situation. They are just waiting for the next circle to come in. But the players of Team Zeus, a few players in the open, a few players having the outpost, a few players inside the compounds, and everyone is well split up. But I just want to see if one of them gets knocked down, will the other one provide them proper cover fire? So that's definitely gonna be the question over here. But the players of Team Zeus now, look at them. They are just moving around. They just trying to get themselves better position. Meanwhile, the players from Team From Hell have started making their move. They're crossing the circle. They're crossing the bridge, in fact. And any single moment, they might be in an engagement against the players of Team Zeus.
Yes, there is a possibility. Another two squads which might engage in an early fight is going, and they are already engaging in that fight, are going to be the plus of Team WatchmyGP and VelociRaptors. Let's see how that turns out, because VelociRaptors, they had a pretty decent match the last match, but they have lost one of their players, and WMG WatchmyGP is looking pretty strong the way they are holding on to their position. They are pretty much in a safe spot, but if zone takes a southern shift, then they will have to cross that river area, and two squads will be waiting for them. The squad of Team and VelociRaptors. Let's see how that turns out. On the other hand, the players of Team CenterLink Esports are holding on to their compound. There's the two squads in a close vicinity are going to be the players of Team Zeus and Team 8-bit, which is pretty comfortable in the ruins area. No one is going to be contesting them anytime soon. But on the northern side, the players of Team Savage Esports and Nepal Esports are pretty much in a very close vicinity. There is a chance that these two squads also can go against each other. We'll have to see that. On the other hand, VelociRaptors, hey, MF is walking in the open area, and the teams of the players of Team Beer are right across the river from this squad. They have to be very careful. They can't afford to be in the open area for the very long time. And look at Savage Grey. He is just sneaking in the open area, and he has already spotted the player of Team Nepal Esports. He knows the location of Toxic NP. He wants to be sure that when he takes that first bullet, reveals his position, he does take down at least one or two player from the Nepal Esports. Unless I think he's not going to make any sound and just wait for his teammates to come and provide that backup which he needs right now.
Yeah, absolutely. The players of Nepal Esports, they did play really well in the first day, and now are looking to make things their way. But Gray has managed to spot Toxic with his pants down, and will have no trouble in taking him out, and will want to finish off this knock that he just got. And the members that got the chicken dinner last time around, Team Savage, they are looking so promising this time. They've got their morals boosted up, and this might just be their day. And they did have a good start. They took a fresh start, and Akash has spotted down his players. Will be taking off Rally over there, but the cover fire will come in, and Akash bites the dust as well. But the other members of Nepal Esports are rotating from the left inside. Gray, with that grenade lobbed onto it, Akash will be wanting to end him up. But if that were a cooked grenade, things could have happened. But Nikesh, he's held on to a good position. One good well-tossed grenade can a lot of damage, but Nikesh will not require that, as he manages to get that one knock onto its Grey, and is in a good position right now. Meanwhile, the other players of Team Savage, they will be trying to go in for the revive, and yes, the revive does come in, but the flanks from Team Nepal Esports have also been initiated. Marvel will be finding out Sengi, will instantly knock him down, and would look to finish him off as well.
Yes, he will try to finish him off, and WatchmyGP, which was pretty much good in the last match, is having a bit of trouble. PMCO will be finishing off Sinji and confirming his skill. On the other hand, Beer Ambition is engaging in a fight with the players of team VelociRaptors, and VelociRaptors, they are getting third-partied by the player squad of team Zeus as well. On the other hand, from Hell Esports, Topsin just got knocked out. Heaven Inky got picked off by the players of team 8-bit. Hell Sanchim manages to take down one of the players from team Fear. Heaven Spooky just got knocked out. There is a total chaos everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Every single direction. We can see though, hear those gun sounds coming out. But Blancos, he's in an engagement right now and is in a bad position, to be honest. Munke is surrounding his house, and one single grenade can seal the deal for the players of Team Cosmonauts. Legend will get some kill confirmed, and Inky is on the receiving end. Ulululu has also been taken down by the players of Team From Hell, but oh my goodness, Charles being knocked out, and Cosmonauts will be wiping out the players from Team From Heaven, and that was a good show. That was a good hold by the lads, and well, Team From Heaven did overstep a bit, and they were punished for that. And there you can see Sanche taking down Beast, will be wanting to capitalize on this particular situation. Praval is in a far-off vicinity, not really very close towards his teammate. So members of Team From Hell, now they are gonna enter inside the circle, but are they gonna go and push? That's going to be the question over here. But the members of Team From Hell look to change their direction, look to change their position, and now they have spotted down the players of Team Zeus. Now, while you are outside the circle, the conventional rule is that you should not take the shots, because if you do, if you reveal your position, not only you have to fight against the circle, but also fight against the player that you were taking those shots on. Omega will manage to knock onto its IC, and the fight between Team 8-bit and Team Zeus is finally on.
Yes, the fight is definitely on, and Legend is down on his knees. Let's see if the players of Team CenterLink, Cosmonaut manages to give him the revive, and yes, he has been revived. On the other hand, VelociRaptor's God Gang will be taking down Mr. Elixir from Team Fear with that grenade, and this fight is going on between the Team Zeus was also doing a third party, and Team From Hell Esports. They are going to be in a bit of trouble, but look at God Gang. He is just right beside that stone, and Fear Evil Lord has already spotted him down. One perfect grenade from either side will be knocking down the other player, and Team Fear player is the last solo player. Topsin, on the other hand, from Team Hell Esports, just got knocked out by that grenade from Zeus IC. Hell Whitey does manage to take down the players of Team Zeus. On the other hand, CenterLink Esports, Smoko will be taking down Savage Team, and Smoko will just got counter knocked, but Fear Evil Lord is still holding on to his position, and Team Savage is in a bit of trouble as one of their players has been knocked out, and Zeus IC will be taking down the players from Team From Hell. Godless just got knocked out, and Hell Whitey is the grenadier over here. Let's see, Sanchit can do anything, but no, he won't be doing anything, and his teammate Whitey also got finished off by the players of Team Zeus, and Zeus is doing a superb comeback. On the other hand, CenterLink Esports Gangsy just got knocked out. Killing is still down on his knees. Voyage is holding on to his compound. There is no chance that he can give revive to Killing. He might want to hold on to his position and gain as much position points as much possible, and Team Savage will be finishing off those knocks and eliminating the two players from Team CenterLink Esports. VelociRaptors just got eliminated at the 7th position, and Killing will be getting finished off because of that play zone. Really has managed to somehow enter into the safe zone, but he has to be very careful. On the other hand, the players of Team Beer are getting knocked out by the players of Team Zeus. Zeus is in a total domination, but look at that. Zeus, one of their players got knocked out. IC is going to be the last man standing from his team. There is no chance for revival because the kill has already been confirmed by the players of Team Beer, and Zeus, who was dominating, is now down to one solo player.
Yeah, absolutely. But right now, the players of Team 8-bit are in a kerfuffle with the players of Team Cosmonaut. And Blancos and Sibo, they have to fight it out. But meanwhile, Blancos will spot down Omega, and he was way too much in the open. I have no idea as on what he was intending to do. Will lose out on his health and has been sent back to the lobby. But Sibo has to make that move any single moment. But Blancos will get taken down from Akshat from elsewhere, as he had all his attention onto it, Sibo. But Blancos will be finding himself knocked out. But the circle has taken a drastic shift and will be in the favor of the players of Team Zeus. In fact, IC just being that one member surviving from his squad, and we'll just have to see how he faces off against the rest. But Team Beer, they are in a good position. They are looking promising, have all their 4 players alive. The members of Cosmonaut are also making their way inside the circle. But right now, Team 8-bit, they also do have a good chance at trying to make it inside the circle and have a good game. But Sibo, he's taking a lot of damage from the circle, and Praval might have just spotted him. And the moment Sibo makes his entry, he's gonna get taken down. But Sibo being knocked down to the being knocked down to the circle, we just have to see as to how Team 8-Bit is gonna deal with this loss.
Yes, we'll see how the Team 8-Bit is going to deal with this loss, but Team Pure is still looking promising. They will have to just rotate from the northern side towards the zone, but CenterLink Esport Beast is just waiting for him, and in the middle of the two squads is Zeus IC. He has to try not to make any sound and just hold on to his position. There's a chance he can get few kills also in his favor, considering his position right now in the center of the zone, but Beer Dominica will be taking down CenterLink Cosmonaut Praval over there, and Cosmonaut is now down to one solo player, that is Beast. And Beer is still looking very promising. They have got all their 4 players in the game, and they have got 10 kills. Amazing 10 kills in their favor. And Praval and Beast, courtesy to that grenade from 8-Bit Akshat, Team Zeus just got eliminated, and Team Cosmonaut also got eliminated. And Team 8-Bit is looking promising. They are 2 men. It's a 2v4 fight between the Team Beers and Team 8-Bit, and a solo player of Team Savage Rally who is trying to enter into the zone. 8-Bit Octus might want to heal up, gain those HP as soon as possible, because they are facing the 4-man squad of Team Beer, and they are already outnumbered. So every HP matters in this fight. Octus tries to throw in some grenades towards the squad of Team Beer, but not much damage has already been given on that side. And Octus might spot out Rayleigh, but no, Beer Marvel will be spotting him out and eliminated Savage at the 3rd position. Now it's between Team Beer and Team 8-Bit, a 2v4 fight. Team Beer, 13 amazing kills in their favor, are in full aggro mode. Let's see if they manage to take down Team 8-Bit as well, because one of their player, Akshat, has already been knocked out, but Octus will be taking down Marvel, and Ambition has already been knocked out by Octus, but Akshat just got finished over there, and the team that is getting the chicken dinner is undoubtedly going to be the Team Beer.
Yeah, absolutely. What an amazing end to this second map over there. I mean, Team 8-Bit, they were doing good, but the members of Team Bear, what were they on? What did they have for lunch? With the I believe they did have very less amount of food, because with that huge appetite and getting this chicken dinner with, I guess, around 14 or 15 kills, I must see that we will get to know that after the end of the game. But with the way things were in the final circle, we'll just get back to that. But right now, Marvel definitely being the MVP this time around. 895 damage, 6 kills, 24 minutes of survival time, and 3.43 kilometers covered. So distance was not too much, but how does it matter? Because you've gotten yourselves a chicken dinner. You do not get any extra points for the traveling, and well, Team Bear really did keep things simple. This time around, you did not see anything out of the world. It was a pretty normal game of Sanhok, where the team having the center position did get that chicken dinner. Yes, the members of Zeus were in the center, but it was just that one man, and they could not do much over there. And well, if we talk about Bear, they did make that rotation in on the southern island. They were on that northern area, and when the circle shifted, they just came in, finished off the member of Zeus. Did capitalize on that situation. Meanwhile, Team 8-Bit made the rotation all the way up, and they came back down. They were in ruins for some time. They were in an engagement with the players of Cosmonaut, but they were not enough to stop them. The last 2 members were surviving, and it was a 2v4 situation in which Team Bear managed to get the better of Team 8-Bit and managed themselves to secure that amazing chicken dinner.
Yes, they definitely managed to secure that chicken dinner. Team 8-Bit tried. They were outnumbered. Yeah. Akshat just got knocked out. Octus tried. He tried to take down 2 of the players of Team Beer, but he had that clutch moment, and it's not that easy to clutch. And Team Beer definitely got that chicken dinner. But first, let's have a look at the top 5 players of this match. That which players have managed to follow Marvel from Team Beer. It has to be Zeus IC with those amazing 4 kills, and damage dealt is going to be 677. Following him is going to be Hell Whitey with 4 kills and 654 damage.
Yeah, absolutely. Team Hell, well, I think today is just not their good day, because they're not having the best of their performances out here. Akshat has gotten 4 kills for himself, and Mosket 4 kills for him. And Marvel and Moskel, combine them, and you can see just 10 kills from just that one team. Zeus, like we mentioned, they were off to a good start, They did hold on to their position. They did not move around much, and they could have done better. They could have certainly done better had they positioned their players in a better position, and they did get taken down. And Icy was just that last member surviving, but he did whatever he could. And Zeus, again, that consistent run, they did manage to keep themselves up with it. But Team Bear, finally the consistency being shown. Finally, those winning days have returned for this team. During the group stages, this was one of those squads who was consistent throughout. And now they are starting to bag those chicken dinners. And with the way they've started, they are looking good. They're looking promising. And in the match summary, let's take a look at that and see how the numbers have fared off right now. And you can see 57 knocks, out of which 55 were converted into kills. Smokes and grenades, something which I rarely see in this particular region. Not much of being used, just 76. And total headshots, 12. That's a good number. But talk about the grenade kills, it's 6. Shows how much dominating the teams have been, how well they've been using all those grenades, and just those 2 airdrops have been looted in this game.
Yes, 2 airdrops looted, one of which we saw Nepal Esports player going for that MK14, but we didn't see much use of that in the game. But maybe he did manage to get some of the knocks with that, but we'll have to see that in the kill leaderboard when that will be coming, how many kills Team Nepal Esports got. But Team Beer, 15 or 14 kills. I think that is pretty amazing from this team. And Team 8-Bit did try hard. If they had all their players in their hand, I think that would have been a pretty amazing fight, an even fight, and it could have gone either ways. But this was pretty much expected from Team Beer to be getting this chicken dinner. But first, let's have a look at the game standings of this match of the Sanhok.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking about the kills, we have the players of Team Beer with 15 huge kills over there, getting themselves 35 points. On second position, we have the players of Team 8-Bit with 5 kills respectively, getting 19 points. So Team Beer, they will be looking really happy right now. ZeusEsports managed to get themselves the third position with 8 kills and 16 points. Savage continuing their good run. First game was a chicken dinner, second was not too shabby either. Fourth spot, I can live with that. Cosmonaut from Hell Esports. Well, from Hell Esports can certainly step up with the margin, with the bars that they have set for themselves. Watching them on the 7th or 8th position really hurts me. But if you take a look at the teams that did not really fare off well this time around, surprising names will be Dynamic Gaming. With the way they were playing in the first game, they were looking promising. But the misery somehow continues for Team NPJ. I do not seem to understand what has happened.
Team NPJ, I think they need to work on their drop location, especially when you are having a bad outings in the games back to back. There is no harm in changing your drop location, especially when you are going up against one of the strongest team, that is from Hell Esports. I think they could have fared well if they had not dropped in towards the Paradise Resort, because going a little passive in few of the games is no harm. You don't have to be always aggressive.
Yeah.
You can go for those position points. Skill points will follow in the final circles.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, words of wisdom over there. You need to know that it's a big map. You can drop off absolutely anywhere, regardless your flight path trajectory. But with that being said, now let's take a look at the kill leaders and see which are those dominating players. No surprises here, because I know my man, Godless will be on the second position. White, however, being the one taking the first spot. And now we've got competition for Godless. And, well, he'll be happy. He'll be happy as long as it's your teammate. You can live with that. 13 kills, and Godless just not too far behind with 12. And look at the damage difference, however, 1000 almost over there. And Akshat, he keeps on those consistent plays rolling for him. But talk about the next set of players. We have the members of Team Black. In fact, Killa, Gurkha, and then Sanchir, Topson, and Shante from Team Battalion 5, who have been playing really good as well.
Yes, Team Battalion 5 has been playing very well. They managed to come in the kill leaders. They are good with the kills. We know that. And Team Battalion 5, we saw them getting the chicken dinner as well yesterday. I think Team Battalion 5 is also up for the competition. But the teams which were struggling, I'm happy to see that they are outperforming one of the strongest teams. But first, let's have a look at the kill leaders of the overall matches till now. leaderboard. I'm sorry. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Team from Hell Esports. Nobody is taking away their top spot. They are at the 85. They are at the first position with 85 points. Following which is Nepal Esports at the second position. WatchmyGP has stepped up, is at the third position. Team 8-bit. Look at them. They have also stepped up and now sitting comfortably at the sixth position with a total of 53 points.
Yeah, but we still have to consider that these teams have played extra 2 games in comparison to Team Black and Battalion 5. We also have ZeusEsports in the hype who will be joining us tomorrow with their own set of matches. But right now, well, from Hell Esports, if they do not wake up, someone, or definitely someone, is gonna tussle them over for that first spot and take them down before they even can realize. But a few teams have taken a drop over here, and most of them are not even playing. We can see the players of Team Fear, however, dropping down, and Team Beer, they're doing good. This time around, just 2 games played, and already in the 11th spot. Well, after those next 2 games, I think there's a good position waiting for them. But as we move down the line and to the teams that are not really performing well, NPJ really comes out on top because 6 games played and just 10 points. I mean, they can do way better than this.
Yes, we have seen them performing in the group stages. This is not the NPJ we saw in the group stages. And VelociRaptors, they also showed some signs that they are a very pretty dominating game. But I think they are also struggling a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. There are a few of the teams are really struggling, and they have to step things up. But right now, we'll be going out for a short little break. And on the other hand side, we will have the action coming in from Miramar for you guys. Hello guys, welcome back. You are watching the PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2020, the Wildcard Region, where we are off with the semi-finals. And this time around, we have the players from Groups A and Group C going against each other. And now let's not just wait any longer. Head away straight inside the game and see what these deserty lands hold in for us and for the players. And looking at the flight path trajectory, we have it going towards from La Drulera all the way up towards Torre Ahmuda. So the teams on the eastern side are going to have a lot of trouble.
Yes, the teams going towards northeastern side, they are going to be having a lot of trouble, especially for Los Leones, Puerto and Impala. And we know teams love going towards those areas. So let's see, they will have to make use of those vehicles. And if the zone, like we have seen in the past, the zone always goes opposite side of the plane trajectory. If it goes towards northern eastern side, then the teams dropping in there will be very happy. But the teams going in towards El Pozo side, I can already see Team Savage going towards El Pozo side. They are going to be having a little bit of trouble. And the team is already, Team Dynamic Gaming is going towards their drop location. That is going to be Valedimar, which is a pretty safe spot. They can hold on, loot, quickly loot and just rotate into the zone. But in Miramar, it's not that easy to rotate into the zone, especially when there are teams which you are going to be facing in your path. And Team Nepal Esports is also going towards the southern side towards Minas del Valle, and Team From Hell Esports is at the Chumbasera. So these two teams have to be very careful, because Team From Hell Esports, if goes for the fight towards them, they are in a bit of trouble. And look at the zone. Zone is favoring towards the northern side.
Yeah, absolutely. The zone going all the way up north, and we have seen this. I have not kind of thrown away with this, because in Miramar we are getting a lot of those power grid circles. We're getting all those, northern side. We can also anticipate something happening to the western side of water treatment and crater fields. This is one good area to be looting at, and the players of Team From Heaven are already over there. So if they play their cards right, if they just loot up, right up, and just go all the way up north and have a good position over in those mountains or those hills, they are good to go for this game. And even the western side of Hacienda del Patron, that might be a good area, because all those hill advantages you have can certainly help you while taking your fights. And San Martin, that is vacant. I mean, that's a shocker. None of the teams have decided to go on over there. But El Pozo, we might see a few engagements out, but the main fights that we can expect in the early stages is definitely gonna be down there, just below. Yeah, I think in Chumacera, in fact, we have the players of Team From Hell. We also have 8-bit in the nearby fray, Team Requiem as well, and Team CenterLink Esports, almost 4-5 squads fighting out there. So we might get to see some early action this time in Miramar.
Yes, we can definitely see that. But Team Requiem is repeating the same mistake again. One of their player is right in the compounds of the players of Team CenterLink Esports. They are split out. Team Requiem always goes for this. They are in a 3v1 split. 2v2 split, I can get it. It's okay. You have a backup. But 3v1 split is never gonna work. And I think Team 8-bit is also doing the same mistake, because one of their solo player is also in the compounds of Team CenterLink Esports. Let's see how this turns out for these two people, because they are in a bit of trouble, because I don't think they have got a sufficient good loot to clutch a 1v4. So they have to be very careful, hold on to their position, not make any sound, and just wait for your teammates to come and provide you that backup. And if both the teams, Team 8-bit and Team Requiem, also tries to join in their teammates, I think 3 squads we will be seeing over there. But Mukeshu, you can't be split out, and that is why he just got knocked out by the players of Team CenterLink Esports. There is no chance of getting a revival, and I think Team CenterLink Esports will be very soon confirming that kill. 8-bit has to be very careful. They can't make that same mistake. I think Sibo will be getting a backup anytime soon from Octis, or he would just try and disengage from this fight, change their location, change their path, and will go towards his teammate. But no, Sibo has already been spotted by Killing, and what a perfect Uzi red dot spray coming in from Killing. But Killing just got knocked out by that M416 of 8-bit Sibo, but Sibo just got counter knocked by Voyage. Over here, there is an early fight coming in from these two squads. Both the teams, one of their player are down on their knees. Octus is going to try and come in for that revival. On the other hand, Akshat will try to finish off killing because Akshat is also coming in through the fight and will be taking down Voyage with that SKS. And Team CenterLink Esports is in a bit of trouble. Team 8-bit is playing with the perfect synergy, and I think Sibo will also be getting that revival as Octus has already popped in those smokes, and he will be again back on the foot, and Team 8-bit is looking very promising in this fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Team 8-bit are definitely carrying on forward the momentum that they earned for themselves in the second game. But right now, they have got to do way, way too much over that. Because, Team 8-bit, we know they are going to qualify somehow to the finals. And they've got those players. They've got the potential. They've got the caliber. It's just that execution. It's just that synergy that needs to be built up. Because once these players have synergized amongst themselves, they can be the potential threat even to win in this particular region. But right now, we can see Omega having spotted down Gangski over there, and this is a good spot to park the vehicle. They'll get a good idea as to where he is. His head is visible, and oh my god, there goes that headshot over there, and CenterLink Esports again in so much trouble. Now, all they are going to do is right now make that push onto its Smoko and just charge in together. No hesitation out there. And they've just gotten down, and now they are gonna close in. And Smoko are just having that Uzi. He might be able to take down one, maybe two if he's really that good, or maybe he can go three if he's going berserk. But by the looks of things, well, let's see what really happens right now. The teams are pushing in. 8-bit, all four of them are charging in, and Smoko. Well, I think they do not really know where exactly his position, so they're checking every single compound one after the other. And now he has decided to show up and bring down all those bullets and in multiple directions. Something you should not do with Uzi. And now he'll have to pay for it. And there he goes, gets eliminated, and the whole squad gets wiped out.
Yes, the whole squad did get wiped out, and Team 8-bit is having a good start. They managed to get focals in their favor. They are looking good. They will get their hands on a good loot as well. But Team Requiem, they are in a bit of trouble. They lost one of their player, and one of the solo player, Amit Sana, is again spread out from his team. And Hell Godless is coming into the action, knocking down the players of Team Nepal Esports Sarkar with that perfect grenade. No one is going to stop Hell Esports. They are going to go aggressive. It doesn't matter if they have an early exit or they come with that winner chicken dinner. They are always in that aggro mode, and Hell Godless did manage to finish off Nepal Esports Sarkar with that fist, and Nepal Esports is now down to 3-man squad. On the other hand, Team Fear, they are having a decent outing in today's matches. Not pretty much good, not pretty much bad. I think they are having a decent outing. Noodles is just roaming in the open field area. He has to be very careful because in Miramar, when you are roaming in the open area, there is a chance of you getting sprayed down. But I think there is no immediate threat to him because there is no other squad in the distance. I think Noodles is pretty much safe, but he's spread out from his teammates. Two of his teammates are up against the squad of Team FromHeaven, and with this squad, you don't want to engage in a 2v4 fight. I think Team Fear players need to reunite as soon as possible, because if the players of Team FromHeaven or Team Beard tries to charge in towards those two players, they will be outnumbered and they will be down to 2 men, which they don't want.
Yeah, absolutely. They certainly do not want that. But the players of Team Bear, they are in good spirits right now, getting that chicken dinner in the last game. And, well, taking a look at the position and how the circle is faring off, Team FromHeaven, they are in a good position. But Team Fear do stand as thorns for them. And we'll have to see if they can really outnumber them, outmatch them, outfight them. But that is for the future endeavors. But right now, as things stand, we have the players of Team Savage rotating in from the western side, and a lot of teams have started moving. And in Miramar, we do know how crucial your vehicles are, how crucial it is to respect the circle, how crucial it is to have a good position in those uphill areas. And Casper will find out Godang from Team VelociRaptors as he manages to knock him down with his bolt action. That's a headshot right on his face. But, well, this is a team that I have my money on to win this particular game. But there comes that shift going into its western area. And the players of Team GoodBoys are in a good spot right now. They do not have to move much. However, if they can get control over those southeastern areas of Crater Fields, where we see a bit of a rise in the hills, that might really help them out.
Yes, that might help them out, but they have to be careful of the squad of Cosmonaut, which is also trying to gain hold of that hilly area. And Team Fear Noodles just got spotted out the plus of Team Heaven, and Noodles is down on his knees. I don't see the plus of Team From Heaven going to be charging in towards that area, so I think Noodles will get an easy revival, but they have to be very careful. On the other hand, VelociRaptors and the plus of WatchmyGP are engaging into the fight, and one of the players, Godang, is down from VelociRaptors. Let's see how that turns out, because there should be an immediate revival coming in, but let's see if the players of Team WatchmyGP will do that. But no, Casper, perfect positioning, perfect grenade coming in, taking down C47, and Team VelociRaptors is in a hell lot of a trouble because one of their player is down. Gudeng has been revived, but he is low on HP. He has to heal up really fast, but Senji will be taking down Gudeng again, and there's a solo player Beyonder of VelociRaptors right in front of WatchmyGP Special, and this grenade can do a lot of damage if it gets connected, but the grenade didn't connect. Special is going to be charging in towards Beyonder, and let's see if he manages to take him down with that AKM. And he does. He couldn't take him down. He got knocked out by Beyonder, and Team VelociRaptors is trying to give revive to their teammates. Beyonder is trying to hold on to his ground. Knocking down Special has put WMG Rush on a little slowdown. He needed to buy the time, and I think he has got that time to give revive to his teammate Gudeng.
Yeah, absolutely. But the nades have already been cooked in, and Beyonder, he's oblivious of what is going to come. And there you go, the boom comes in, and Casper gets that knock. And with that, the push will be happening. And WatchmyGP, they are taking the driving seat in this particular fight. You can see Sengi from far off behind. He's providing cover fire for his teammates right now. And I think any single moment they could have managed to spot down Hey MF, but they were not successful in doing that. Right now, Hey MF is actually making a run for his life, and we'll just have to see how long can he be able to do that. Godang gets his kill confirmed, and Shweta will be the one taking it. And WMG off to a very, very good start in the day, having good matches overall, but they have to do much, much more if they have to make it to the top. But right now, the circle somehow still at the center like we had anticipated, and Craterfield's definitely one of those locations that is gonna be very, very pivotal. But Godless getting a knock with his bolt action out here. We just have to see how he is gonna perform, because it's long overdue that we got to see Godless breaking hell loose under. But right now, the team from Hell, we've got a lot of expectation. Let's see how they perform. NPJ, they're in a bad situation. They're in a bad position throughout. They have to wake up, because with the way they are losing out on those all those games, in fact, that's gonna punish them somewhere down the line.
Yes, that is going to punish them, because even though you have got ample number of matches in your hands, you have to perform every match. Every single match counts, because you never know, in the last stages of the last remaining matches, you might not be able to perform as you expect. But on the other hand, the players of Team From Hell Esports are going up against the squad of Team Zeus. Thompson was popping in some grenades, but not much damage has been given to the players of Team Zeus. But they already know there is a squad. They are not going to come out in the open. On the other hand, Icy might flank in, and I think he's going in for that flank with that vehicle, and let's see how that turns out, because now in the compound area we have three players of Team Zeus, and Team From Hell Esports have to be very careful of the players of Team 8-bit, who have the height advantage, and they can easily take down the players of Team From Hell Esports. And Omega does manage to take down Godless with that perfect grenade. Sanchar is going into the cover, but he has to be careful of the Team Zeus. I think Team Hell might get sandwiched between the two squads. They have to take their fight very carefully. They have to clear one side of the area. Sanchar tried to pop in that grenade, but Hell Whitey just got knocked out by Zeus Icy, and From Hell Esports is not looking good. They are getting sandwiched. ZeusEsports and Team 8-bit both are giving damage, and Sanchar is popping in another grenade, and this grenade could have done a lot of damage. He does manage to take down Ronin, another player from Team Zeus, but Sanchar just got knocked out by 8-bit Akshat. Let's see how this fight is going to turn out, because Team From Hell Esports, Thompson, is going to be the last solo player over there. On the other hand, the players of Team Zeus are also low on HP. Sanchar Thompson over here managed to confirm his kills, and Team From Hell Esports versus Team Zeus. Team 8-bit Omega manages to finish off Godless, and From Hell Esports and IC down to one solo player. It's a 1v1 fight. Let's see which team is going to get eliminated. Thompson is not making any mistake, not overexposing himself, but he's going up against IC, and IC will be finishing him off, and Team From Hell Esports just got eliminated at the 15th position.
What is going on? What is wrong with this team today? They are looking so off balance. They are not looking synergized. Their players are not playing on full cylinders like we have seen them. Might just be a bad day. I do not know. But if this keeps on going, they are surely gonna lose out on that lead that they've built for themselves. Because all these teams are definitely looking forward to clinch that first position. And oh my goodness, this is horrible for team from Hell Esports. This is not the position where we are acquainted to see them get out at. But the show always must go on. But with that, Team 8-bit, this is a squad that is making its rotation inside the circle. Well, fighting against the blue circle right now, it's not a bad thing to do. But what something that the members of Team Zeus are doing, and I absolutely love, is that they are still making sure that they drop their smokes right. But in the meanwhile, we have a kerfuffle between the players of WMG and Dynamic Gaming. Yala getting a few knocks out there, and well, the members of WMG, they do have a good position, right? They do have that good hill advantage for themselves. All they have to do is just spray those bullets onto its whiz, and one good grenade being lobbed in the right direction can be very hurtful for the players of Dynamic Gaming.
Yes, that can be very hurtful for this squad because in the last match also they had an early exit. But here, Ambition is taking down the players of Team Requiem. NPJ, Wax just got knocked out by GoodBoys squad. 8-bit Sibo just got knocked out by the play zone. And NPJ losing another player by the squad of Team GoodBoy. GoodBoy is looking good, but Team NPJ, they have to step up on the other end. WatchmyGP, Sweta just got knocked out by the players of Team Dynamic Gaming. Yala managed to knock him down with that Skara. And WatchmyGP has to be very careful. Team Dynamic Gaming, they are trying to step up. They are going in for those kill points. They used to go for the position points, but they are going in for those kill points. Team GoodBoy is giving some trouble to the players of Team NPJ. Fear Evil Lord is going up against the squad of Team FromHeaven. Jal is very low on HP. Evil Lord have the height advantage. Jal gets knocked out by Hades from Team Fear. Team Fear has the advantage of the height. Let's see if they manage to put it into use, and they are trying to do that. But Inky is cooking up with this grenade, and this grenade can do a lot of damage. It can knock Hades, but Hades, I think he will get a little bit of damage. No, the Evil Lord just got knocked out by the grenade of Spooky and Team Fear. I think Team Heaven is going to rush towards them, and they are rushing in. Evil Lord was the last solo player, and Team Fear just got eliminated by the players of Team FromHeaven, who were in a disadvantaged situation. But that grenade from Spooky, I think that was amazing. That was a moment when they pretty much won the fight in their favor. On the other hand, WatchmyGP, they are also in a bit of trouble. They have lost. But I think they have got an easy revival, and they are disengaging in from this fight.
Yeah, absolutely. WatchmyGP. Well, they certainly have to disengage, because if you're in a bad position, if you cannot take the fight, just get inside the circle somehow. Because if they are gonna fight against the circle after this is gonna hurt them a lot, because Miramar tends to be a bit larger than other maps because of that land ratio advantage that it has. And Sengi using the first aid right now, he has to go up against the boys from Team GoodBoys. And well, Casper, he was oblivious of Zero's position, and Sengi will definitely take him down, and Zata will finish off I think Casper over there. So fights, trade-offs coming left, right from both these sides. It's back and forth battle going over here, but Jal will definitely find to get that final kill on that player over there from Team GoodBoys. Okay, Zata just exploded, and he did not even get a chance to be knocked. Rest of his teammates are still alive, but how long? That is definitely the question over here. Members of Team FromHeaven, they are looking promising. They are looking good. 5 kills already for this squad. Now they will be they are playing from the edges, but Special does take down the last player of Nepal Esports just before getting eliminated himself.
Yes, just before getting eliminated himself. And WatchmyGP losing at the 10th position. And Team GoodBoys, they are stepping up. They have managed to get 8 kills in their favor. And Team FromHeaven, there's a chance that they can spot out the players of Team GoodBoys and go against them. But time will tell if that is going to happen. Heaven Muke is still trying to hold on to that hill area. They are in a good position. Let's see how that turns out for them. On the other hand, the players of Team Beer might go up against the squad of Team VelociRaptors. And Jal did manage to spot out the players of Team Team GoodBoys, he was trying to dish out some damage, and he did give some of the damage to Casper over there, but not sufficient damage to knock him down. The formation of Heaven is very good, and Casper just got knocked out by Heaven Munke and has been finished off with that M416. There's a grenade coming in, but grenade has been cancelled. He'll be switching to M416 to give damage to the players of Team GoodBoys, who are making use of that smoke area, but that won't be sufficient because one another player will be taken down. Strath has been taken down by Munke. Team GoodBoy is down to one solo player, and grenades and molotovs are coming in from the players of Team FromHeaven, and he has to be very careful. He has got no cover. He has just that smoke cover, but that won't be sufficient. On the other hand, Beer is giving damage to the players of Team Requiem and taking down that squad, which is now down to 2 men. Heaven Jar, Heaven Inky, they have good position. They have to give priority to the zone. GoodBoys is down to one solo player, and let's see how that turns out for that team. On the other hand, the players of Team Beer, Team Requiem, they are engaging in a fight, and Requiem Ace is going to the last solo player. Savage is trying to give into the damage of the players of Team CenterLink, Team Cosmonaut, who was trying to enter into the zone, and Team Savage have a good positioning, and they managed to take down one of the player. Beast, he just got knocked out by his vehicle, and it will not be giving a kill, but no, Team Dynamic will be taking that kill in their favor by finishing him. And Team Savage versus Team Cosmonaut, and what are you doing just lying in the open area? Blancos was taken down by Savage T-Man, but Savage Dudes will be traded off in the fight, and Team CenterLink Esports is now down to one solo player, Legend, and Team Cosmonaut. I'm sorry, it was Team Cosmonaut. Team Cosmonaut just got eliminated by the players of Team Savage.
Yeah, I mean, this is some intense action going right off the bat over there. DDOZ, he has been taken down. He needs that revival, but T-Man popping the first aid for himself, and Team Savage, they are looking so promising. Made it into the top 7 yet again. But, Team FromHeaven, Team Bear, are the potential threats that they have to deal with. And a lot of other squads as well. Dynamic Gaming still alive. Yala getting a few knocks out over there. And we'll have to see, because the circle has ended up at Crater Fields. So this team definitely has a good chance on getting their hands on that chicken dinner. 3 kills already for Team Savage. They are looking promising. They still have another squad just beside them. That are the players of Team Dynamic Gaming. Hey MF from Team VelociRaptors definitely did find one of the players of Team Beer. We just have to see when are they gonna make that push, because right now it's pretty a huge circle till now. 6 teams just survived, so a lot of the teams did get eliminated in just the previous circle. A lot of fights happening left, right, and center, and now we have to wait and watch the players of Team Dynamic actually spotting down the players of Team Requiem. And this was a good game overall for this team, but how long are they gonna survive is gonna be the question. And there you go, they have been eliminated, and Team Requiem go down on the 6th position, and we just have our last 5 players alive. Marvel's circle has been also confirmed, and Team Savage and Team Dynamic GG, they are looking really good. They are looking really promising with the positions, and the circle taking that last moment shift still in the favor of Team Savage.
Yes, it is still in the favor of Team Savage, and Team Savage, it is their day. They are performing really good in today's matches, and they are still looking pretty good. They have got all their 4 players in their they're alive, and it is going to work in their favor. On the other hand, the players of Team Dynamic Gaming, they have to enter into the zone, and the team stopping them is going to be the squad of Team Savage. There's a chance of the player from Heaven might do a third party, and Team Savage get sandwiched between the situation, but we'll have to see that. Team Heaven can even go up against the players of Team From Beer, and Team Dynamic Gaming making use of those smokes is trying to enter into the zone. They will have to take hold of the compound which the players of Team Savage is holding. Let's see how they go and manage and do that. Another smoke is coming in from Scrooge over here, and I think they might rush in towards them, but the Team Beer, just look at them, they are also rushing in towards that compound area. This is what happens when 3 squads wants to take hold of the same compound. On the other hand, Savage T-Man is cooking up some grenades, and let's see if this grenade can get connected and manage to take down 1 or 2 players from Team Dynamic Gaming, but no, that is not gonna happen. T-Man might go in from another grenade. Team Beer managed to hold on to a compound in the zone area, and Wiz just got knocked out by T-Man with that M416. Team Dynamic Gaming is not in a good position. They have to enter into the zone, and Yala is taking a lot of damage from T-Man. He's down to barely few HPs, and this grenade can do a lot of damage, can even take down Scrooge, and Ooze will be doing that thing with that perfect grenade, eliminating both the players of Team Dynamic Gaming at the 4th position. And Team Savage is not stopping. They have 6 kills in their hands, and they are still looking very good.
Yeah, absolutely. With the way Team Savage has been doing, they might just get another chicken dinner. But right now, the players of Team Bear, they are in a promising position. Inky has been taken down over there, and the whole squad of Team From Heaven is trying to charge in. And it's going to be a tough task for Spooky to actually go in there for the revive. But Dominga is continuing that spray, and the players of Team Heaven, they need to get that revive fast. They need to get themselves secured a good position. They really need to change things out because that position has been given up. And the airdrop is coming in really close onto them. And those grenades are also closing in. And this might just blast off. But no, that was not a grenade. That was a smoke. And the players of Team Bear, okay, they are still inside that compound. The final circle, the seventh circle, in fact, I'm sorry, it's going towards the players of Team Savage. They are still in a good position. Now it's gonna be really, really troublesome for both these teams. That is Team Bear and Team From Heaven to make it inside the circle. Relly will get that knock again onto its Inky, and Team From Heaven being bashed down from two sides. They do not know how to enter inside the circle right now. If they had a vehicle, they could have certainly done something, but as things are right now, it's going to be a tough task.
Yes, it is definitely going to be a tough task to enter into the zone. Team Savage, look at the zone. It is favoring them. And if they play their cards right, I think they can take down both the squads. But if both the squads tries to rush toward them, then I think Team Savage will be in a bit of trouble. But Team Beer, Dominica, will be knocking down the player Inky from Team Heaven. Team Heaven is in a bit of trouble because it's not just one squad, it's two squads going against them. And Team Beer, Ambition, is rushing in towards the players of Team From Heaven, making use of those smokes. Let's see how Team Heaven tries to defend. There are grenades popping in from Team Heaven, but not much damage has been given to the players of Team Beer. Another smokes and grenades popping in from both the sides, and let's see, it's just a matter of time. One of those grenades is definitely gonna connect. Team Savage will do a third party. From Heaven, making use of those vehicles, will rush in towards the compound of Team Savage. Ambition will try to take down one or two players, but Myunke and Inky, what just happened? Dudes just blasted off their vehicle, and these kills came in the favor of Team Savage when the team just got eliminated. Now it's between Team Beer and Team Savage.
Yeah, absolutely. And T-Man is continuing that spray, and Team Bear, they are gonna have a whole world of trouble trying to make it inside the circle. The smoke's really saving them, but for how long? That's definitely gonna be the question over here. And Savage, they are looking promising, they are looking strong, they are looking determined to take this win with a chicken dinner. They've got all the players positioned in perfect locations, and they're just waiting for the players of Team Bear to make a single mistake, and they will capitalize. But Team Bear, they are not giving up as well. They are making the push over here. Ambition, I think, just following his in fact, his teammate who's right in front of him over there. And we'll have to see. Well, they are now actually making that push from different angles, trying to spot out the players. Perfect utilization of smoke, and there you go. Mosket has managed to spot one down and did try to spray in a couple of bullets, but this time Toss will not shy away from getting that knock, and there comes that second knock, and it all comes down to Mosket. He did manage to spray, but he'll get taken down. And Team Savage, yet another chicken dinner. What an amazing starter to this team's performance. The first game chicken dinner, then the third game again another chicken dinner. In Sanhok, being consistent. I mean, this team is definitely turning out to be a team that we have to look out for.
Yes, definitely. This is the team we have to look out for because they are stepping up. Not just stepping up, they are going in for those chicken dinners. And if you look at the pattern in the wild card, it has been a pattern that the teams in a single day go for 2 chicken dinners. I want to know which team is going for that hat trick.
Yes, still no hat-tricks confirmed, but right now the MVP of this game is definitely gonna be Dawes. What an amazing performance. 6 kills, 470 damage, and he was always there, and finally he's being recognized for his work. But 25 minutes of survival time, 5.86 kilometers of distance covered, and Team Savage did not have to really move much, but that's where your predictions really come into action. That's where all your your in-game comms that you made, and you did anticipate the circle going to be this time going towards the crater fields did really come in your favor, and all they had to do was just capitalize on it, and they did it with perfection, engaging against every single team. Well, Team Beer, they did put their hats out. They did everything right, but Had they not been knocked, had those two initial knocks not had come, things could have been either ways. And all credits to Dawes in that fight as well, getting that first knock. And then Team Savage just capitalized. They knew they had the man numbers. They knew every single advantage was in their favor. All they had to get those were the kills, and they did manage to do that, and they got the chicken dinner.
Yes, they got the chicken dinner, and now let's have a look at the top 5 players of this match, and it has to be one of the players that is MVP, our Savage Deus with 6 kills, and following him is going to the player Heaven Jar with amazing 4 kills, and look at the damage, 954 damage, and that is a pretty much damage. And if we talk about Team From Heaven, if they hadn't been had little patience, and when they rushed in towards the players of Team Savage, if they had holded on to their position, I think they could have not eliminated at the 3rd position and could have survived till the 2nd position.
Yeah, absolutely. That they could have, but could have, should have, must have. Are for history, right? We know we can make a lot of anticipation and n number of possibilities that these teams could have. But it all comes down to the execution, how you approach this entire fight, how you approach this entire map. And right now, let's take a look at the match summary and see how the number games are really worked out for all these teams. And there you go, 64 knocks, out of which 58 were confirmed, 12 headshots. I can live with that. Everything is perfect. 193 is also a good number, provided the region that we are casting right now is Wildcard. So we've got 11 grenade kills. Now that's an interesting number. That's an interesting stat. So many teams opting for those grenades, and the usage has increased exponentially over the past couple of days.
Yes, it has increased. One of those few kills we saw from Heaven player, they were at the lower ground, and the enemy squad had the height advantage. In such a situation, you can't make use of ARs. You have to rely on those grenades, and those grenades were perfect cooked grenades, and they did manage to knock that squad and eliminate the Team Fear in that situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Team Fear, well, they've been struggling. But Team From Heaven, they've been playing really good. And talk about the team struggling. We have Team From Hell. I mean, that's something that I'm not really used to. But right now, let's take a look at the map standings and see how things have happened in this particular map, how the players have placed. And, well, the players of Team Savage Esports, again, getting that chicken dinner, 12 kills for themselves, 32 points. From Heaven, nothing really too shabby out there. 10 kills for themselves and 20 points. And we're not having the best of kills, but will definitely compensate in terms of position points. Still set at 20 points with the 3rd position.
Yes, they are at the 3rd position. If we talk about GoodBoys, they are struggling with the position points. Look at their kills. They have got 8 kills in their hands. And ZeusEsports, they are playing pretty decent. They had a very good match in the Sanhok. And here they are sitting at the 5th position with a total of 3 kills, 7 position points. That makes it a total of 10 points. And Team 8-Bit, they had a pretty good start in Miramar. But I don't know what happened. A few of their players got knocked out because of the play zone. Either they couldn't get their hands on those vehicles and got knocked out because of the play zone, or just got third partied. I don't know. But Team 8, but they had a good start in this match.
Yeah, they certainly did. And had they not taken those 6 kills, they would have been way down the line over here. So this is where, that 1 kill, 1 point really comes into play. Requiem, they had been in the shadows for quite some time and finally are showing some good promising games. But right now, as we go down under, oh well, the misery for NPJ is really continuing. I do not know that one more bad game and I can really consider them out of this tournament, because a lot of teams are having played even half of their games are way above they are, and they are sitting dead bottom right now. That's surprising, because with the likes of this team getting those back-to-back chicken dinners at one point, they were looking so confident. And yeah, you might have one bad day, but if you're having it again, then somewhere down the line you have not really worked on your mistakes. You are doing it time and again, you're repeating it. And from Hell Esports, we must cut some slack on these lads, because we do know that they are somehow making it to the finals, and that is where they have to shine. We did see a lot of teams that were really doing good in the group stages have certainly fizzled out, and some teams that did not really do so well during the group stages but are doing really well in the semi-finals. So as the pressure keeps on increasing, a lot of players have learned to adapt. But right now we'll take a look at the leaderboards and see how things have shaped out.
Yes, and let's have a look at the leaderboard. Team from Hell Esports still sitting at the top with 89 points. Team Savage Esports, they have stepped up and are at the second position with a total of 75 points. Team 8-Bit, courtesy to those skill points, they are at the fifth position with a total of 60 points. Team Beer, they are looking promising. They are at the sixth position with a total of 58 points. And WatchmyGP, I think they are pretty decent. They are also at the fourth position. This match didn't go as they would have expected. They are sitting at the fourth position with a total of 65 points.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, a few teams. In fact, must talk about Savage Esports. After playing just 3 games, they are having 75 points. So in the next game, if they get a chicken dinner with just 4 games played, they might just topple over from Hell Esports. Their lead that they had cemented for themselves might just be history away. But right now, going to the next page, we see a few teams coming out there. So a few teams were not playing, but this is the positions that I'm really interested in, because you certainly need to be in that top 15, else you're basically done. So, and all these teams have to step up. Requiem just played 3 games. They're looking promising. They had one good game in Miramar, but that is not going to be enough. They have to be consistent throughout. But right now, we will be heading for a short little break. And on the other side, we have the action coming in from Erangel for you guys. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2020, the Wildcard Region, where we are through with our semi-finals. And today we have the teams playing from Group A and Group C. And Team Savage definitely have been doing so well, but we have to just segue into the game and see how this team is gonna perform this time in Erangel. Can it take the first position from team from Hell Esports, who have played 8 games? And mind you, Team Savage has just played 3, and now they are on the second spot.
Yes, they are in the second spot and they are looking very promising. And I think they can easily come at the top, continuing their performance if they keep continuing that. And if you look at the plane path is favoring the little southern side of the map, and the teams dropping it towards Sivorni, Zerki, Georgopol. They might have to make use of those vehicles. We'll have to see that. And let's see if any teams goes towards Milta Power or Lipovka. Stilber and Kameshki are still not that easily glidable. In the last match, we saw a southern shift to the circle, and if that continues to happen, the teams dropping in towards military base and Novorap are going to be pretty happy. Let's see where team from Hell Esports is going to drop in. I've seen this team going towards Novorap. Let's see if they again goes towards that drop location. On the other hand, Team Savage is going towards the Ferry Pier area. Team NPJ might go in towards Georgopol City. Team Zeus, I think they are also going to be going for the containers. We'll have to see that. Pochinki, I want to see Team God, maybe GoodBoys will be dropping in towards Pochinki or the school area. We'll have to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. We will have to see that. But my eyes are definitely going to be on the circle this time around because, I did see a certain circle and I'm fed up with it. And yes, this is something that I long to see. And, I think this must be in front of our viewers right now. Recently, just a couple of minutes ago, my friends Johnny and Ocean were casting the Pakistan region, and they had a very, very ludicrous circle. It went off in the waters, and 11 teams were swimming, and it even ended in the waters. And that was a shocking thing, kind of really differing from the mechanics of PUBG Mobile, where we usually see the final circle ending somewhere out on the land. But I hope, I hope this is a new start, or maybe if water circles are a thing. So if a few more adjustments can be made, I mean, that would be a very interesting approach as well. But right now, the players from team WatchmyGP have dropped down at Pochinki. They are looking good. They're looking promising. They do not have anything to worry about. Team Fear just went away from this area. And all they have to do right now is have a good loot. Oh, no. Talk about going away. They've not gone. They're still here. And now team WatchmyGP really have to deal with them.
Yes, they will have to deal with it. Fear Evil Lord, he is a little spread out from his teammates. Sweta of WatchmyGP is holding on to the triple story. He will be having a good angle to take down Evil Lord. But Mr. Elixir of Team Fear has also come into the picture and will be giving backup to his teammates. Let's see how this turns out. Sweta is still taking that TPP on the triple story special. With that Uzi, he needs a vest. He has got level 2 helmet, but no vest, and is popping in that grenades towards Evil Lord. This grenade can do a lot of damage, but no, he doesn't know the exact location of Evil Lord. But Evil Lord is getting some damage from the remaining players of WatchmyGP, and Special is going in for that knock. With that Uzi, he has got no vest. You have to be very careful when you are engaging in a close range fight without a proper armor. Let's see how this turns out for Special. He has got Uzi, one of the best weapon for close range. On the other hand, Beard Dominica will be taking down the players of team Requiem. Amit Sana has been knocked out. Special is trying to hold on to his position, wait for his teammates' calls. On the other hand, he's giving the chance Evil Lord to heal up, and he has already healed up. He was down to 10 HP, and if Special had charged in at that moment, I think he could have taken down Evil Lord, but he gave him the chance to heal up, and how that is going to turn out for Special, we'll have to see that. On the other hand, 8-bit Akshat is taking down the players of Team Zeus, but he just got trade knocked. Hates is trying to give damage to Special. Special has to be very careful. His teammate Sweta has come in for the backup. Casper is right across the road, and I think he can give some damage to Noodles, who is also right across the road. But Evil Lord is going to be a lot of a trouble, as Casper will be taking him down. That was a perfect rotation coming in from Casper, and Evil Lord will just got finished off with that shotgun, and Sweta finished him off. Team Fear is now down to 3 men. Casper, that was a perfect rotation. Took down Evil Lord. All the Special and Sweta, they both could have taken him down easily, but I think that was a nice rotation, and the remaining players of two players of Team Fear are holding on to that squad house of Pochinki.
But how long they are going to be able to do that, that is what I'm really worried about. And Team Fear they've been caught with their pants down. And the members of WatchmyGP do exactly know where they're positioned at. And right now, the push is gonna come in any single moment. So this is gonna be really troublesome. And there you can see Hades that's trying to spray down those bullets onto him, but no, that not really connecting over there. But Ronin will find a knock onto Sibo, and with that, the players are charging in. And Team Fear has to play their cards right. One of their players does have a DVS, but what is he going to do that at such a long range? Zeol will get that confirmation on Akshat, and Casper is pushing in. He did take a lot of damage out there, but eventually Hades gave away his position. One good grenade can change things around, and he did get knocked out by the nade from Noodles over there, and Noodles is looking to get those kills confirmed. And Fear, they are really holding on, and now it's down to a 1v1 fight. And Shweta will finally finish off Noodles over there, but his last teammate coming in with the DBS, and there you go. This is the reason why you're not supposed to use that weapon. It certainly is a good weapon in the close win scenarios, but having it and using it is two different things completely. And Team Fear have certainly failed to do that, and now they have found themselves out of the game.
Yes, they have found themselves out of the game, and now Team Beer is going up against the squad of WatchmyGP. Look at the smoke. They have completely blinded their enemy. Mosket is trying to charge in. Let's see if he does manage to take one or two players down from Team WatchmyGP. Team Requiem, I'm sorry. If they manage to take them down, we'll have to see that. Mosket is still taking that TPP, and they are in the Milta Power, and Requiem Mukeshu is the solo player here. He has to hold on to his ground because he's up against a 1v4 fight. I can see his teammates in the close vicinity, but if they will be able to provide sufficient backup, that is going to be a question. Mukeshu is not in a very good spot. He is in a very tricky situation. He could be taken down easily by the players of Team Beer. He's trying not to overexpose himself. He managed to take down Ambition, but Mosket will be taking him down, and Mukeshu will be a gone man very soon. On the other hand, Beer Dominica took down Amit Sana from Team Requiem, and Team Requiem is not looking good. They are always spread out, which is why this team is getting an early exit. Ace, with that Winnie, is taking lots of damage from Mosket at that position. Dominica has also spotted down Ace. Ace needs to heal up really fast. He has got one medkit, 9 bandages, and the player that is closing in towards him is going to be Beer Marvel, and Beer Marvel has been knocked out by Requiem Ace, but Requiem Ace will be taken down by Beer Dominica. A perfect cover fire coming in from the players of Team Beer. This is called perfect synergy and coordination. Ace is going to be a gone man very soon, but Team Beer has to revive their teammates before the remaining players of Team Requiem charges in towards them.
Yeah, absolutely. And Team Beer now are gonna capitalize on the situation, are gonna get those kills confirmed for them. And can we expect something? Oh, okay. So he does not like panning one player at a time. He likes, in fact, panning both of them. And Mosket, he goes a notch above, goes for the fists instead. But Cobra, again being the last member surviving for his team. We saw he did survive for a lot longer in Erangel last time, but this time it's gonna be a shaky start. And really, oh my goodness, Team Savage in a bit of a trouble. First player being knocked over there. This can be, really bad for them. But this team has done what they came in for. They got those early leads, those something on which they can really capitalize. But players from Team FromHeaven are certainly going down onto the players of Team Savage. Even 2 of their players confirmed, and they are in a whole world of trouble.
Yes, they are in a whole world of trouble, and then look at the first airdrop. It has got the machine gun, M249, that 105.56 ammo, tactical stock of rifle, of medkit, and a level 3 armor. And I think Casper from WatchmyGP took that M249. Let's see how he's going to put it into use. On the other hand, Team Zeus, they are having a good start. They have managed to get 3 kills in their favor. They dropped in towards the Georgia Pool containers, and I think it's working for them. On the other hand, if you look at Rozuk, I think Rozuk is going to be a tricky situation because Team NPJ is closing in towards that area, and GoodBoys have a good hold of Rozuk. I think they are going to be engaging in a fight, and Team NPJ is also making that mistake of being split out. They are in a 2v2 split out. 2 of their players are at the northern island, and 2 of their players have entered into the Rozuk city, where there are 4 players of Team GoodBoys. Let's see how that turns out for this squad. On the other hand, if you look at the bridge area, Team from Esports is trying to cross the bridge area. I don't think there are going to be any immediate danger because because the rest of the teams near that area is holding on to their compounds, and GoodBoys Strath has already spotted on the players of Team NPJ, who somehow managed to survive by entering into Rozak and are going to be moving towards the shelter area or near the school apartments. We'll have to see, but there is another squad right there. It is going to be CenterLink Esports, and Team VelociRaptors is also making that rotation. Good boys are in a pretty good spot, but Team NPJ, I can't say that about this team, and Team VelociRaptors, there are three squads which might go up against each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, Team Good Boys, they've had a decent game today so far. On few occasions they have been good, on few occasions they have been shabby, but they will look to have a good end to today's evening. And chicken dinner is certainly a good way to do that. But as things are right now, they're somewhere around Rozok. They see a squad rotating just beside them, and there are the players of VelociRaptors, and the shacks have also been remodeled, and they look a way lot spacious. So being spacious means that you can move around, but still cannot avoid that grenade being lodged onto your face. But well, the players of VelociRaptors, they're being cautious. They're being careful right now. They've already lost on one of their players, like you can see. Hey MF taking an early exit, but this time Team from Hell. I mean, well, they did not have the best of the days today. In fact, this was the worst performance that we could have seen from this team. And by worst, I mean, I do not mean to say that they've been pretty bad, but bad to their standards. We know this team is so much into those aggressive plays. They've certainly failed to play in their own natural element. The way that we've seen this team playing, somewhere down the line they are not able to do so. Might have been any other reason, something outside of the game, might be some connectivity issues, because the new update has rolled out, so anything can be the reason over here. But right now they need to step up. So let's see how Team from Hell performs this time around.
Yes, we'll have to see how this team perform, but they still are in a pretty good spot in the leaderboard. And if you talk about the players of Team Requiem, they are always making the same mistake of being too spread out. Now also they are down to one solo player. That is Cobra, who is right in between the two squads, Team From Hell Esports and Team Nepal Esports. Let's see for how long he manages to not get spotted. And if you talk about being spotted, Team NPJ got just spotted out by the players of Team CenterLink Esports. And what a perfect knock coming in for Team CenterLink Esports. Voyage has been knocked out. Killing, I think he will go for that revival. Team CenterLink Esports, they are in an open area. They might want to retreat from this fight, hold on to the compound in their close vicinity, or they might go for those initial knocks from the Team NPJ, which I don't think is happening anytime soon, because they are at a disadvantaged situation. Team Team NPJ have got a good cover in their favor, and there is another drop coming in. It has got MK14, God Gun, 7.62 ammo, 8x scope, level 3 armor, and a level 3 backpack. Let's see if any team is coming in for this airdrop. One thing I'm happy about is DBS is not gonna be a drop gun anymore now.
We did see DBS, we did see DBS in action, and well, yes, if that has been taken out, that's a really good decision. But beyond well, from VelociRaptors, he's been a bit of a pickle, because if the players of CenterLink Esports do stop over there, then that might be tough. But right now, Beyond, oh my goodness, he just blows up the vehicle of Gangxi, and with him, he gets exploded as well. But right now, Team VelociRaptor still looking good. They're still in a very decent position. This time, the circle taking a very middle shift, and well, it's doubtful as to where it is gonna end out. We can see school, we can see the apartments over there. We can also see Potato Hills being taken by the players of Team From Heaven. So a lot of things are possible over here. But what Team From Hell have done, that's really promising. That if Circle really favors them, then they can actually go in for the chicken dinner. But they are actually going in for the compounds over there. And Sanche was actually making a movement, but kind of refrained himself, did not go over there. Could be any reason whatsoever. But the players of Team Dynamic are making a rotation in from the eastern side. They've managed to get inside the circle, but a few compounds are still yet to be taken. And I'm really surprised why they are not taken right now. But whoa, whoa, whoa. Cobra with his grenade taking down 2 players out over there. And well, Team Requiem, they are looking promising right now. But how long is that one single man gonna survive? That is the question over here.
And the answer is he's not going to survive because he just got eliminated by the players of Team Fear. But if we talk about the players of Team WatchmyGP, and FromHeaven, they are looking pretty good. They just took down WatchmyGP special with that M416 Inky with that amazing 3 kills. Team Heaven, this team is very promising. From Hell Esports and Team FromHeaven, these two teams have been very promising. Casper, his vehicle is taking down lots of damage, few bullets, and I think he will easily get knocked out. But he somehow manages to survive, and he needs to heal up really fast. He's in a very tricky situation because another squad that is going to be right in front of him is going to be GoodBoys, which might not spot him out because they are holding the apartment, but the team that will be spotting him down is going to be the players of Team From Hell Esports. On the other hand, Zeus, they have been spotted out by the players of Team From Heaven. They are looking pretty good. Myunke with that M24 will try to take down the players of Team Zeus. One of their player was down, but he has gotten that revival. Zeus has to be very careful because they are in a pretty tricky spot. They are in the open area. They have to make use of those ridges perfectly. Otherwise, there will be 2 squads that will be taking shots towards them. From Heaven, they are in a good spot, but the zone is not favoring them. The zone has taken a little eastern shift, so they will be making those crucial rotations anytime soon. And Team From Hell Esports, they are going to be pretty happy because they are inside the zone and they are in a good spot, but still I think they want to hold on to the center of the zone. On the other hand, ZeusEsports is taking down the players from GoodBoys. GoodBoys lost one of their player, and ZeusEsports with that DP perfect spray coming into action. And now GoodBoys are down to 3-man squad, but Team Zeus has to give priority to the zone, and they are making those rotations from the western side, where I can already see a lot of traffic.
Yeah, a lot of traffic going on around, but IC being taken down by Jala, and that is their area, and the players of Zeus are in the wrong enemy territory over here. They certainly are in the circle, but how are they gonna come in for the revives? That is really concerning me a lot. But Munke from team From Heaven is taking a fight against the players of Team Zeus and also the members of Team From Hell. And Ronnie is really trying his best to somehow get in the revive onto his fallen teammate. But, well, does he manage? Yes, at the right nick of time. He does manage to successfully go in for the res, but will it get completed? That's the good question. But Zeol providing that good cover fire, and Inky will be taking a lot of damage out from that. And Zeol still maintaining that spray, and somehow IC has managed to get himself back on his toes, and we can see the members of Team Zeus. Well, they are in a bit of a pickle because they are surrounded from all sides by enemies.
Yes, they are definitely surrounded from all sides. They have to be very careful. They have to take these fights very carefully. Inky has spotted down Icy and has managed to give him lots of damage. On the other hand, hey, Godless just got knocked out. Let's see if a revival is coming in anytime soon or not. Team From Heaven is still at a very good spot. They can easily take this fight and eliminate the players of Team From Zeus, and Spooky popping in those grenades towards the squad of Team Zeus. Let's see if he manages to take them down. On the other hand, Team Dynamic Gaming is knocking down the players of Team Nepal Esports. Akash is down on his knees, and Inky will be picked off by Zeus IC with that M416. Spooky has to go in for the revival, but first he has to take fight with the players of Team Zeus. Let's see, Inky won't be getting that revival, and now Team From Heaven is down to 3-man squad, but still they have got that height advantage. Let's see how they how they capitalize on that. On the other hand, IC is very low on HP. He has to heal up really fast. They can get easily backstabbed by the players of Team From Hell Esports. Pure Ambition will be taking down Yala with that SLR. Team Pure, perfect. They also showed a perfect, promising gameplay from their side. On the other hand, Spooky, I think Spooky has already spotted on the players of Team From Hell Esports. Ambition will be finishing off Yala, and Team Dynamic Gaming has lost one of their players. Still, they are in a safer spot. They have to be just very careful of the players of Team From Nepal Esports and Myunke with that M24. Let's see if we are able to see 1 or 2 headshots coming in from his side.
Yeah, we certainly have to see that. But Myunke, like you mentioned, one good grenade can things can really change. But Ronin, he wants to go all in onto its Casper. Just a bit of change in angle might just result in Casper being eliminated from the lobby. But he still survives somehow. 13 teams still remain, and it's been a slow affair of Erangel so far. You know, not a lot of action that we get to witness, but in the next circle, a lot of teams are gonna falter out, and Team From Hell and VelociRaptors are the only teams that have made it inside the circle. The members of Team GoodBoy will also make it in easily, but we have to still see if they have any compound or they have any cover for doing so. But the members of Team FromHeaven, they will be entering from the edges. They must ensure that the front areas are cleared out, and that is what they're really trying. And they are going to a lot of damage over there. But Munke is on the receiving end. Well, White did manage to knock down Toming. Ambition goes down as well. Team from Hell, they are doing so well. 3 players of Team Bear have already been taken down, but White falls down right now. Team Beer getting eliminated over there, and that was a push that totally went wrong, and Team Bear had to be on the receiving end.
Yes, they had to be at the receiving end. They blindly rushed in, and look at Scrooge cooking in some grenades, and I think Nepal Esports Nikesh has to be very careful. Somehow he managed to survive. IC is trying to take down the plus of Team from Hell Esports. 2 of the plus from Team Zeus are down, and IC has to be very careful. Let's see revival. I don't think a revival should be coming in anytime soon. They have to be very careful because there are 4 players of Team from Hell Esports, one of the strongest team. Zeus, they are none less than Team from Hell Esports. I think this is going to be a pretty intense fight between these 2 squads. Heaven Munke managed to take down Wiz from Team Dynamic Gaming. I see with those grenades, he's trying to pop in grenade one after the another, but none of those grenades are getting connected. Zoil will give revive to his 2 teammates, and that stun grenade, we rarely see the use of that stun grenade coming in from Hell Esports.
Finally, I mean, my woes have been answered, my prayers have been heard, and Team from Hell, you know, after that bad performances back to back, they are surely upping the ante over there. And Sanche, he's like a madman, dashing in every single area that he can find, and has certainly managed to hear Zol in the nearby spray, and will be going in for that spray and gets the confirmation, but he's too low on his HP, but still does not shy away from a fight. Nuke actually making that push onto the players of Team from Hell, and well, the fences are not around here, and well, we could have seen some vehicular manslaughters happening over there. But Topson, he's on a domination spree. Nepal Esports, just that 1 player knocked down, but still the remainder players are alive as they look forward to get themselves a good position inside the circle.
Yes, they definitely need a good position inside the circle. They might want to hold on to that ridge area, but Team from Hell Esports, they are stepping up. They have got 9 kills in their favor, and they are still looking very promising. 2 of the players are down, but I think they will be getting an easy revival. On the other hand, CenterLink Esports legend knocked out Voyage over there. Let's see how that is going to turn out, because Team Cosmonaut and Team CenterLink Esports are in a pretty tricky spot, and Team Cosmonaut can do gatekeeping for that squad. But Team Heaven, they are in a bit of trouble, because from Hell Esports players have already spotted him down. Munke is going to the last solo player surviving, and that perfect spray was coming into the action from Munke, but he managed to take down Topson. I think gave some damage, but Munke has to survive. Let's see how he's going to enter into the zone, because he will be facing the 4 men of From Hell Esports, and it is not going to be that easy to do this 1v4. Sanchar is cooking that grenade, and Munke as well. Let's see whose grenade is gonna get connected. Munke will be a gone man if that grenade comes into action, but neither of those grenades got connected, and Munke has to hold on to his position, has to be very careful, because there are 4 men against him from Hell Esports. Munke getting some damage, and I think Sanchar will be popping in another Molotov. Let's see if this Molotov gives some damage, and yes, it does give some damage to Munke, who has to move out in the open area, and Sancho will be taking advantage of that situation, but From Heaven just got eliminated.
Yeah, I mean, Team From Hell, what do we say? They are back, and they are back in fashion. And CenterLink Esports, they did try to make it into the top 8, but well, things are looking really troublesome. And Cosmonauts, well, they've been silent throughout. I want to see some good, decent outing from these lads. They hold a lot of promises. They've got all their 4 players alive. 2 kills already confirmed in their names, but let's see how they are going to perform this time around. And Sarkar from Nepal Esports has managed to spot down the players of VelociRaptors, has hit them with a lot of bullets out there, bashing them off, and Sarkar will want to collect those important first aids, and well, this is a good angle. If the vehicle explodes, things might change, but C47 taking a knock onto it. The players of Cosmonaut have been knocked out, and Sanjay, you did not try to ride a vehicle in front of his face, and Casper has been spotted out, and one good grenade can end things, but that's not really necessary because Sanche, well, he can do magic with his guns, and well, the way he's playing, he looks very confident, and so much kills he's gotten for his team. And now we just waiting for the 7th circle to shift, and if it goes away from Team From Hell, that would be really interesting as to how they are gonna get it back in their favors.
Yes, let's see how they are going to get it in their favor. But first, we have to wait for the zone to shift. But Team From Hell Esports, what a comeback. 14 kills, and they are still looking pretty strong. But if we talk about Team VelociRaptors, they are in a pretty tricky spot. They have to be very careful because they are pinned down besides those vehicles. And Nepal Esports, Nikesh is very low on HP. He has to heal up really fast. Sarkar is trying to give damage to the players of VelociRaptors. They have a good cover of the vehicle, so not much damage has been given. But YT is still looking very good. Takes down Nikesh with that perfect grenade. And Team Nepal Esports has to be very careful. And Hell Godless, the perfect grenadier. Team From Hell Esports is on a total domination. They have spotted out the players of Team Cosmonaut as well. Let's see, it's just a matter of time, and the zone is also favoring From Hell Esports. I think this team will be going in for a chicken dinner if they play their cards right well, and I think they are going to do that. But Trouble from Cosmonaut takes down C47 with that perfect spray, and Team Cosmonaut is also trying to step up. Nepal Esports Toxic Oppie is just right beside the tree, and let's see how he is going to make use of those mini shots. But From Hell Esports, they are spread out, they are making a perfect angles to take down the squads right in front of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And Godless, if that grenade gets lobbed into perfection, then this might be very deadly for Cosmonauts. But right now, they're having that low ridge. One of their players have been locked out, and Sanche from the backlines, his only objective is to provide his teammates that perfect cover fire. But Toxic, he's been spotted by Godless. This place might come in, but the retaliation fire does come onto its Godless, taking him down to a mere 20% HP. And well, Team Hell, they are making a lot of noises, and when you make a lot of noise, you better get those kills to come with it, because if you not, you are certainly gonna get punished. And that is what happened with Thompson. He was just jumping around, got punished outright out there. And well, the revenge is already taken by the players of Team From Hell. Provel did manage to try to take that push, but has been retaliated, has been pushed against, and just that one player surviving from Team Cosmonauts out there. Meanwhile, Sanchu will go on, and that revive from Thompson. White gets knocked, White gets taken down, and Team From Hell, they were in a good position. Just a second, just 2 seconds ago. Now they are in the receiving end. Trouble also being eliminated, and it all comes down to these two teams. That is Team From Hell and Nepal Esports.
Yes, it does come down to two teams, and From Hell Esports with amazing 16 kills. Let's see if they will be getting that chicken dinner, or Team Nepal Esports, the team which we saw yesterday stepping up, will be getting that chicken dinner again. Topson is trying to pop in some grenades and smokes to make use of. Let's see how that turns out for this team. It is a 4v2 fight. I'm sorry, it's a 4v2 fight. Team Nepal Esports does have the numbers advantage, but the Team Hell Esports has got the zone advantage. And look at Topson hiding besides those vehicles, making a perfect cover for himself. But Nepal Esports is making use of those smokes, and those smokes are going to favor Nepal Esports player as well. But they have to cross that open road to come into the zone. And From Hell Esports, our player, are just waiting for that moment when the player of Nepal Esports will expose themselves.
Yeah, and it's a 2v4 situation, and well, Nepal Esports are in the good ends. If they play everything right, if they execute everything well, they might get the chicken dinner. But Team From Hell, they are in a whole world of trouble right now, but still not really giving up. Sanjay, that's great, but he has to go in for that first aid, and that will give enough time for the players to push in. And well, the cage does manage to push it, going down with his DP, finally finding that knock. And with that, all they have to do is make that one final push. And Sancho, he's trying to hold on really well, and well, trying to go in for those knocks really quick and fast. But is that going to come in? That's the question over here. And Sanchez, somehow he's still surviving, and he's fending off the opponent attacks. And that's some really fast movement right out there from this lad, but that will not be enough, as Nepal Esports have yet again managed to get another chicken dinner for them. And well, they have started off well in that first day, and now they have ended things well in the second day with that winner chicken dinner. But the kills, I really want to see the number of kills that players from Team From Hell Esports have taken. The last time we checked, It was 16, could have been more, nothing but on the lesser side. But both the teams performing really well, to be honest.
Yes, both the teams were performing really well, and MVP has to be held Sanche with a total of amazing 6 kills and 973 damage. Total distance covered is going to be 7.71 kilometers. Survival time is 26 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Good survival time being shown over there. And Sanche, he was in the midst of the action of everything. Every single squad pushed in, he was there to fend them off. And he did a lot, being a support player, playing from the back lines. The kind of support he was providing, that was very instrumental in this team's amazing performance in this particular game. So team from Hell Esports finally having a good outing. Still, however, have not managed to find a chicken dinner, and that is definitely gonna be a problem over there, because in the finals, when you go there, we know that this team is certainly gonna make it to the finals, and if they do not end up having a few chicken dinners, if they are, they have to be consistent throughout. And with what we just saw today, 3 bad performance and 1 good performance is not certainly something what we are expecting from these players. But right now, let's take a look at the top 5 players that are going to be joining Sanche. And this list is right over here in front of us. Cosmonauts, in fact, Praval, the lad that I had the most faith on from this squad, has stepped up, and 6 kills for him, 762 damage, 3 headshots. That's a pretty decent outing. And Casper will be following, Topson, and then we have White to finish things off. So Team Hell did not really have to rely on Godless too much this time around.
Yes, they didn't rely on Godless. It shows it's not just a one-man show.
Yeah.
It's the whole team. They have got the caliber. Yes. Every player is a one-man army. They can pull it off. I think at least that much, because look at the number of kills. I think that is not possible if you're just a solo player. But first, let's have a look at the match summary, because for the team from Hell Esports, we can praise them all day. And match summary, total knocks are going to be 78, total kills are going to be 60 kills converted, among which 17 were the headshots, smokes and nades, perfect use 223, and 5 grenade kills and 3 airdrops looted.
Yeah, absolutely. These are some promising strats, because finally, so many smokes and grenades being used, and that's how it is supposed to be in Erangel. And a lot of knocks were there as well, and they were not even converted into kills. 78, that's a big number. But yes, talking about how this entire map really is shaped out, initially it started off on the center, somehow also ended up in the central areas just beside those apartments. But now let's take a look at the map standings and see which teams have got the best points out over here from there. Well, it's no surprises over here. 16 kills from Hell Esport, getting themselves 30 points, and they did not get the chicken dinner, but they don't care, because they've got a lot of kills for themselves.
Yes, they have gotten 16 kills for themselves, and Nepal Esports did manage to get the chicken dinner, are at the second position because of the 7 kills, but not bad. 7 kills I think are pretty good. 27 points. Cosmonaut, they have stepped up. Look at their number of kills. 7 kills in their favor, are at the third position with a total of 17 points. I think 3 of the teams are getting 7 kills. WatchmyGP as well, and 8 kills. I think teams were going in for those kills. The top 5-6 teams, they have got good number of kills in their hands. But the team Requiem, Dynamic Gaming, 8-Bit and Fear, these are the teams which are struggling. The team Savage Esports, they had a good start in the 2-3 matches they played. They were pretty decent. They had the 2 of the chicken dinners, I think, in their hands. Losing out on 1 match, I think it could be managed if they continue the same performance in the rest of the matches.
Absolutely. They can live with it. Having 3 good games, they have made it into the top 8, and not just into the top 8, they were in the top 2. And with this performance, nothing much will change really, because to be honest, from Hell Esports, they are still on the number 1 position, but they've played 8 games, and Team Savage, just playing 4 games, have managed to get that second spot for themselves, which is pretty sweet for this team. But in the final game, a few teams have stepped up, and that was Nepal Esports obviously getting the chicken dinner. Then also we have Team Cosmonauts that have finally stepped up. But consistency is something that I'm really interested in. But right now, let's take a look at the kill leaders and see what is happening in those kill departments. And Well, we have Godless again back on the first position, but Sancher this time around in the second position. But it's just that damage that has been that differentiating factor amongst these two players. White will also be in the third position with the same number of kills, but damage again being the differentiating factor. But Akshat from 8-bit, he's really pulling his team up, and he's really trying, but tops it. Oh my goodness, from the top 5, top 4 players, I think from top 5, we have 4 players from one single squad.
Yes, 4 plus from the FromHeaven Esports and WMG. If we talk about this team, WatchmyGP, they are also trying. Casper is there with 11 kills, and look at the damage, 3,222 damage. Average survival, this team needs to work a little bit on the survival, I think.
Yeah.
And if you talk about following him is going to the plus from Team Savage. Dudes, those perfect grenades coming into action from this player. He's at the 7th position with a total of 11 kills and 1654 damage.
Yeah, absolutely. And even Kubne, if you remember the other day, we always talk about Team Seal and what it really comes up. But this was the lad. In fact, if you remember the last chicken dinner that they took in Erangel, just those two men surviving, and with the way they played, they were a class apart from everyone. And Seal was having a bad day that time, and they really ended things on a very, very good note. But a lot of things have happened, and a lot of changes are definitely gonna occur in the leaderboard. So now let's just take a look at the leaderboard and see how things have changed for all these teams.
And team from Esports is still at the top position with amazing 119 points. Nepal Esports has stepped up, is at the 2nd position with a total of 93 points. WatchmyGP is also stepping up, is at the 3rd position with 79 points. And Savage, like you said, just with 4 matches played, they are at the 4th position with a total of 77 points. I think when they will be completing their 8 matches, if they keep up this momentum, we can see them in the top 2 or top 3 position.
Yeah, and with a lot of good points as well. And Team Bear, 8-bit, Black Team, Battalion 5, all these teams have been doing really well. Team 8-bit can do certainly better than what we really hope from them. And well, taking a look at the next page, a few teams have really stepped up. That's gonna be Cosmonaut, 4 games played, 41 total points, and that's good. That's a good outing, to be honest. And if they still continue to keep this one on, they might just be in the top 8 next time around. But if you take a look at the teams that are in a whole world of trouble, we have NPJ, BlackTeamMongolia, Requiem, just that one decent performance today, nothing really standing out apart from that. VelociRaptor have stepped up, but still, these are those 4 games that they've played, so nothing much to worry about. They are gonna step up, they're gonna do better, but they still have to continue to have those matches in their favor. They need a few chicken dinners for themselves. But apart from that, all the teams on the bottom half really have to live up right now, because if they do not, they're gonna be out from this tournament.
Yes, they are going to be out for this tournament. And if you talk about CenterLink Esports, they have played all of their 8 matches, and they have to step up in the remaining 8 matches, because I think 16 matches teams have in their hands. 8 matches are remaining for them, and if they continue this, I think they are going to be getting eliminated. So they have to step up.
Yeah, absolutely, they have to step up, and all these teams, all these fights, all the actions will definitely be coming up. But right now, today, we have reached the end of our today's show, and hope you all enjoyed it. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time, and don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, and happy fragging.